Welcome, guys. I think that's the cue. I'm not really sure.
Throwing it back. We're good. We're in. We're going.
Yeah, it's recording the whole time. It doesn't matter.
It's happening. Don't worry about it.
Either way, we're back to the third session of the Clue on a Boat. Sometimes when we're on the boat, other times not on the boat. It's in a city.
Exactly.
And we are right now in the middle of a little bit of a pickle where the town criers have just called out an attention towards Adri, who has supposedly murdered people that you guys found murdered earlier in the night. Luckily, Mudzark showed up in a little portal and just invited you guys in. And
was it Mudzark or was it Tendrizi? I thought it was she. What? Okay.
It was Mudzark. Yeah, Mudzark. Well, we can go back to that and re-show that. But first, we have with us again Zinhorn Delatris, played by Lily, Nemia Deadoak, played by Alex, Corin Goldbarrel, played by Bobby, and Adri Nimblefoot, played by Nicole. And yeah, so to remind people about the very end of last time, the criers called out like everyone look out! A woman was seen in a party killing someone this night. Murder on the boat.
And then went on to exactly describe Adri.
Yeah, murder she wrote. Murder on the boat.
Yeah, it has a little bit of flair that is classic for that guild. And Adri is perfectly described with short hair, shaved very close. Very utilitarian, a drow with, I think you said dark hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And a short, strong woman who's quite quick. Actually, not.
If you have any information, call 911. Just call it out.
Quite not strong.
Yeah, yell 911.
Yeah. Anyway, the portal opened up right then on the Whispering Bridge where you guys were looking for this shop, and out popped the face with still a goblin mask on, still like big ears tied backwards, and a big, nice, funny white beard, and also a mustache on the mask. And he said, "Oh, you guys, come on in." Mudzark was there to take
Mudzark.
you. You guys don't need to go in though. You're still on the bridge.
Girl, no, we climbing.
We're going.
Climbing on top of each other again.
Climbing on in.
Yeah, people are actually more interested by the portal than you guys because nobody really was paying that much attention to the criers. They listened to murder and there were some gasps and stuff, but nobody was like looking around actively. Nobody imagined that they would be right here. So as you guys see the portal close behind you, you come down these wooden stairs through the dark little staircase and open the door with him like guiding you, like, "Oh, come on, right this way. We're in now. Here we go. More customer." Opens the doors and you guys see this like very cramped little place. It's only 5 feet tall. All of you are having trouble walking around except for Adri. Actually, even Adri. And this place is just like packed with ceiling high bookcases.
And this was in the center of the Bridge of Whispers.
Yeah, this was in the center, and the portal just opened. And actually, Mudzark points to a sign on the back wall that says, "Mudzark Scribey House, making friends!" And it's just like blinking and lit up with magical sparks. Underneath it, it says like comes to you, no worry.
Why do I get the sense that we're not actually going to make friends here?
There are only a few other customers, and they're just like walking throughout. They're sort of like ignoring Mudzark and excitedly whispering to each other, pointing at stuff. Things that they pick up like whistle and move and sometimes like jump out of their hands.
Yeah, like bounce.
Yeah, there's also just a lot of books here. There's all kinds of things covering these shelves.
Sweet.
Mudzark like goes over to the back and he's like, "What you need? I got plenty things. Everything."
Girl.
I would like one everything, please.
One everything? Gotta show coin for that.
That's going to be a problem.
Mudzark serve all kinds. Anybody can come here. Everyone finds something.
Do you have any
this guy.
do you have any ways to protect locks, perchance?
Protect locks. I didn't get my dice. He like kind of looks around and starts pulling out things and throwing them all over as he like puts a few down on the table, and you see there's all kinds of little like various locks and other kinds of protective devices. There's traps and like flamethrowers.
I want to see if there's a lock lurker.
Yeah, exactly. And as you're watching, you don't see a lock lurker, but you see another
Lock with a K.
lock.
Like, what are you trying to keep safe?
You see a big lock thing come out. It doesn't look like the lock lurker. It's actually just like an overlocked bolt that like clamps on top, so that you need two different keys. But it has similar kind of patterns. You think there's little creases in the design that are jagged and like dark and unnatural almost.
This is quite interesting, Menzark. Where did you get your hands on this?
This? I get hands outside city, bring in with permits sometime.
Oh,
Who
damn.
wants to know?
Oh, damn.
Well,
No one who cares about permits.
Oh, you look
All
upstanding.
non-traditional means of transport, as said by the owner of the last ship. Hashtag smuggling. Hashtag not this ship, sister.
I make some of these things myself. That one, specialty.
specialty, you made it?
I ask, yes.
Oh, he commissioned it, you're saying.
No, I ask. Thing man.
Thing man.
Take out wand, draw a circle, stars, 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 stars. Writing. You have
a
to know words.
supplier?
You know words? And then he starts speaking, like, in didn't one of you guys know, like Abyssal or something?
Draconic?
Not Draconic.
I don't know this.
Infernal.
Infernal. Yeah, not
But
Abyssal.
that was on the
I
thing.
know Elven and Common.
I did.
don't know if I know Abyssal.
He begins
It's Infernal, and I knew it.
Infernal. Yeah, and like these hellish words start sputtering out of his mouth and like almost dripping down with their power.
Ooh, I'm not into this, yeah.
And the other patrons kind of look at him and get behind the bookcases, but they're peering out like expectantly, like they've seen it before.
Oh.
And things get a bit dark in that corner. But he kind of stops speaking it at that point, and it just hovers there for a moment.
Cool.
What did he say roughly?
He was actually pleading downwards, specifically downwards, to powers which could help him imbue something with some kind of power.
I do love
You can make
imbuing
a
things
history
with
check.
power.
No more.
History.
You do,
Oh
yeah.
god, I forgot to
History.
get my dice out.
Do you want some dice?
Nah, I got them.
I have dice.
Beep, beep, beep.
What did you say, Bobby?
Fuck.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's not 20.
Woo!
Nat 20. Okay, yeah. He's actually pleading downwards to. He doesn't have a name for it, but he's clearly pleading downwards to some great being. You think of hell because it's infernal, and some greater like devil or something like that, which could grant him some boons. It sounds like he's asking cordially for some reason, although he keeps on offering like more of his share. He doesn't specify with either the name or what his share is.
Relay that information.
Quietly to us?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to care that you guys are whispering or whatever. He's just like, yeah. Make lots. They good. No, pass on to buyer. No, pass on.
That part isn't infernal.
I pass on the real cost. You pass on the coin cost. Lots of coin for
I
this.
feel like the real cost. Sorry,
Yeah,
this is
what
not
what is
The
the
iron
real
price?
cost
The
exactly?
real cost is definitely souls. Let's be
My
Oh,
cost. My cost.
100%.
Yeah.
My cost.
No
This
doubt.
guy is not what I thought he was.
My cost. I trade with all kinds of people. It's very easy to get things to pay cost.
Guys, we found our party warlock. Yay.
Boris didn't make it to the party.
His mask is just like jiggling silly of like whenever
He's still wearing the goblin mask?
Yeah, oh yeah, always. Nobody else is wearing masks out here. I think you guys took yours off. It's not the party. People were out on the Bridge of Whispers to make out. They can't do it in masks.
It's true.
Um,
Unless you have a cool, like, dual mask.
yeah. You could have a super awesome mask that could allow you to make out on the Bridge of Whispers and go to the party simultaneously. In fact, you can find that at Muzzarks.
Who would ever use this?
But he just seems to be like taking out more things about locks and looking at you guys expectantly. He's not really sure if that's what you guys want.
So I'm going to point to the one that has the similar, writing on it again. So you pay a real cost, and then somebody buys this to you with a gold cost.
400 gold pieces. That one.
400 gold pieces.
I can make better one. 1,000 gold pieces. It curl. It kill. Or it paralyze. It keep
Bing, bing.
bad invaders.
Have you made one like that before? So you're experienced in it. 'Cause that's of great interest to me.
I make sometime. I'm not selling you new wares. This is not beta.
Have you perchance sold one like that to people before? I'm inquiring because I want to be able to get a
We'd like to get
Reviews.
references before
References,
we
reviews.
become customers.
Muzzark sell all kinds of people, but secret, not spill beans.
not spill beans.
Muzzark not spill beans.
That's good to know. We appreciate your discretion.
Would Mudzark spill beans for more money?
How much money do you have?
Beans worth a lot.
Beans worth a lot.
How many beans per bean?
How much you all have?
Let's see.
Not that much.
No.
Quite a few beans.
Do you?
Really?
Do
Wow.
you?
I feel like I need a bluff check because I'm trying to sell him actual beans.
Try some actual
Okay.
beans.
I didn't realize that.
I haven't used the word money.
Are you trying to draw him into a contract that he will honor? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell him beans on delivery.
Yeah, he might not catch that.
Oh!
Huh.
Did you get really bad or really good? Because I got really good.
No,
I got
that one.
Oh yeah, I got a
I got a
7.
rock.
What kind of beans we talking? How many beans? We
Pinto, black.
We're talking charm person beans.
Hmm.
kitty. No kitty. Not the cords. Not the camera cords.
Yeah, fuck it. We're talking charm person beans.
Yeah. How does Trump person work? Do I just roll a thing?
I think you just do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Ooh. Okay, I got a 6 with everything included.
Yeah, you fail, bitch.
V charm.
So okay, he's charmed. That means that he's friendly to you, right?
It depends.
Yes,
on
for
what
1
it was
hour.
Before.
He was already neutral
No, the
to
charmed
maybe kind of
creature
friendly.
regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
Unless
okay,
they were
yeah.
already hostile to you.
No,
was
that
not.
just gives him advantage on the saving throw.
Oh,
He wasn't hostile. Either way, he was already kind of friendly to you guys, so now he's
Alright.
like extra friendly to you. He says, so you say you have some money. I take friends. Listen, I tell you who it is, but you have to keep quiet. You can ask him secretly. Send him a letter or something. Yeah.
Okay.
How is
Yes.
secret?
I'm very discreet with my CIs.
Secret, and I want 70 gold pieces. Convenience fee.
Why don't you issue a bill to the Crier's Guild, and in there disclose all the information that vague terms, supplied your invaluable assistance, and my editor will get right back to you. I'm sorry, we have to go through accounting. I don't have that much petty cash.
Question. Sorry, game question. Does any of us have? I know, Corin. Maybe your connection is with your bank guild. Do you think you could get a loan of 70 gold?
That's possible. First, I want to try something else, though.
Good call, though.
Mudzark, obviously we can get you this fee. This is easily worth the fee, but this is. I don't carry that much cash to parties. It's we were out. We don't have it with us. Can I leave something with you as a deposit? I have these fancy potions. Definitely worth money. Can we leave this with you on deposit, and
You
we'll
can't
come back,
handle my potions.
we'll come back with the gold and swap it out. But leave this with you, as collateral.
he gets out like a magnifying glass and starts examining, and then gets a pipette and says, test.
Yes, it's safe.
Watch this dude have alchemical like tools. Okay.
He does. He got an 18.
Okay, man.
Is it a real potion?
Oh, it's completely fake colored liquid.
It just like goes and it stays the same color, and he stirs it, like drops another one of the test.
As you can see, so high quality. No one can even identify it. It's completely untraceable.
Can I sleight of hand to try to add something that'll change its color?
You can try to do that with first bluff Nemia, and then yes, you can try to do that with advantage if she succeeds her bluff.
You mean Zinhorn?
Xenorn,
To do that,
Nemia.
I
You
need the character sheet. I'm gonna go grab
What did I
the
do?
character sheet.
Oh, okay.
You might want that, Lily.
I might want
Yeah,
it.
you bluff to see if you can distract them, and also just bluff your way into it.
An 8. Not doing great.
Man, being low level sucks.
I got 20.
Hey, makes you more creative, right?
He got a 9 actually.
Oh wait, what's my
So he
perception?
he
No, wait,
kinda-
sorry, I got an 11.
Oh, okay, yeah. He legitimately got a 6 plus 3, so yeah. You're good then. So you actually say that, and he's like, untraceable, huh? And as he does that, Zinhorn like tries to sleight of hand to add the colorant of some kind, add the dye.
I thought you
Zinhorn,
sent
did you
a
wanna-
character sheet to me last time.
Oh, I can send it to you again if you
No,
don't have
Nicole
it.
sent it to me last time, and I thought it was in a chat with Nicole, but it's not. So I'm sure it's just up in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, either way.
Either way, I can roll. Either way, yeah. I got a 9, but I think I have like a +5, so like 14. Here we go.
Yeah,
Yep, got it.
Oh,
got a
Cor,
nine
why
also.
don't you start rolling?
Yep, I have it. Cool. And then let's see.
Mr. Gold Barrel without any gold to back it up.
Hey man.
Yeah, no, you beat him then because he got a 9. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't do very well. So he actually like.
Okay, no,
like,
wait.
after
I inflated that. It's an
questioning-
11. I have a much higher plus to
That's exactly
survival
what
and
Andrew
stuff,
did.
which I mixed
I
up
remember
with
did.
sleight of hand. Forgive me.
That's fine. Numbers.
Numbers, man. Anyway, so I still
beat
win.
him.
This is for survival.
He looks towards the like Nemia questioningly when Nemia says that it's untraceable, but then looks back and it's a little bit orange, and he's like,
Oh, shoot. Corin,
Okay.
you told me it was untraceable.
Well, for most people, it's untraceable.
Well, clearly he's
Mudzark
very
here
adept.
is an alchemical master.
I know the ways.
I am impressed, Mudzark, I must say.
Yeah, he
Would you accept this as collateral on our fee?
he absolutely will, and
Sure.
he's just like outstanding. Like he's gnashing his teeth a little bit. He just takes it and like puts it over in the like in a little vault to be assessed. And he
I
says,
wonder what he thinks it does.
"Yeah, I don't know.
Probably something really dumb.
Yeah, most likely." He's very confident that it's valuable, though. Like,
Oh,
he's-
good. Me too. I'm also extremely confident in its value.
yeah, orange is a good color. He kind of like taps his
Orange
fingers
is
on
a
the
good color.
Just the color of royalty.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
royalty.
It's an auspicious color.
Yeah. Yep.
Taps his fingers on the table and takes out a big ledger. And he like opens it up and looks last cell. This one.
Did
Big
his
Mac.
book make that noise?
That was a really good echo.
Very dramatic.
That was my my desk connected to my microphone in
It was really nice.
Yeah, it was good.
he like points at this section. It doesn't have a name. It just has a long description.
Is there a symbol of a scorpion?
What was the scorpion? The scorpion was the,
That's what we're looking for him
Yeah.
buying.
Oh.
there's a rough drawing of the lock lurker. So yeah, I guess it's
Great.
sort of scorpionish.
Oh.
And it has like a little bit of infernal written, and the description of the like person who bought it is just tall, thin drow, like big man, long ears.
Oh, would you describe him as a oh shit, wait, that was something else. Never mind, carry on. I had a thing that sounded really
Would you
similar.
describe him as the big, tall, skinny drow that we know?
Would you describe him as a small drow woman with shaven hair?
So,
He's
wasn't
wearing a business suit, like long
It's
fancy
foment.
suit.
It's the foment.
yeah. All right,
Yeah,
glass
would you
blower
describe
people.
him as faux metal?
He's strictly a leather guy.
But yeah, tall, skinny, dro.
Yeah, he wears
Drow.
these like very
Drow.
very
Just
in
that.
fashion. Yeah, drow. Like it depends if you're like if you respect them or not. In that case, the drow is the old name which they prefer, and then a lot of people hate them, so they call him dro. And yeah, he wears like these very in fashion things, and he's not really known for being especially keen on his heritage. You guys know that about Fomet, and yeah, this does seem to match his descriptions.
Okay, gotcha.
Well,
You also see in this ledger, like down a little ways, there are like a few things that are sort of scratched out.
can we tell what they were before they were scratched out?
Not really. You guys can try to take a closer look. He's sort of like looking at that.
Can
He-
I
he keeps flipping
regale
back.
him with a card trick while my bitches watch?
Yeah, he's
Fabulous.
he's
I can
charmed.
roll
He can
for
do
that.
Yeah.
Should I roll performance or sleight of hand? Or both.
Whichever one you want.
Okay.
Do you think it's performance? Because I think that makes sense.
Too bad it's not perception, in which I'm great. Performance, I have -1. So let's do sleight of hand, which I have +2. All right.
So you're trying to trick him with a card trick.
No, I'm just trying to show him a card trick to entertain him, so my bitches can look at stuff.
Okay,
Card
cool.
tricks
Yeah.
use sleight of hand, right?
Yeah.
Some kind
Yeah,
of like
seems reasonable.
Okay. Well, I rolled really bad.
I rolled in that one. So did you roll?
Well,
which
I
is-
didn't roll in that
3.
one. I got a 6, and I have a +2, so 8.
Yeah, he has a 4. So cool. Yeah, you
I
actually.
learned this trick. I just saw this guy do it, and I'm trying to work it out. And I think it goes like this. And was your card the 3 of clubs?
Over there's another. Whoa. Yeah, and you guys managed to look through the ledger a little bit more. You find like a few different entries all around the same time as a few others. Like they're not all the exact same day, but whenever there's one, there's multiple, and they're just all scratched out. You can't really just immediately looking at it. You can't make out anything that was written beneath it. Do you guys want to make perception checks to kind of like look around and try to figure something out?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I blame Alex for that. I rolled in that one, so I have a 4.
I'm not allowed to perceptify, right? Because I'm busy.
Yeah, you're busy.
Great.
I got a 17.
Got a 7.
Guys,
No, wait, I got an
an 18. Come on.
'Cause I add-
An 18, you'll be able to notice part of what you can see beneath it. There are little pieces of like
Skin.
flaked off.
I'm just like so afraid of this guy now because you said he speaks Infernal
No, there's no
mad.
skin.
and was bleeding with him.
Underneath the pages where there are scribbled parts, you can actually kind of read imprints, but you can't get enough of them to get all the details.
Like
What
a
you can see under-
palimpsest, one might say.
Yeah.
Can
If one
I,
were just
like,
looking
do
for an
the
excuse to
paper
use
and
the word
Which is
palimpsest.
an excellent word, and one should
Can I
be.
do the pencil thing?
Sure. Yeah. You can rub it a little bit and try to make
That's
that.
a hell of a card trick.
It's really big.
Just like transcribing his ledger while Lily's
All the
distracted.
monks love it, okay?
Yeah. I guess I should probably actually roll another no, I got another 6, so you're good.
Nice. This guy's
Yeah.
charming is great.
We love this dude.
Yeah, Mudzark's a good man. Like he helps out people. He sells to all kinds.
He's a friend, man.
Come back soon. You managed to read it underneath it. There are like a couple sales of scrolls.
Scroll.
And yeah, you can't make out all of them what they are, but you can make out that there's a scroll of something sustain or prolong. There's something that's like it looks like some restorative thing. There's something down there that looks like it's a mass confusion, maybe, or maybe just a confusion spell. And then lastly, you can make out there's a modify.
Okay.
Modify
memory.
Oh my god. Wait,
Modify mimes.
Memory.
I might be totally wrong, guys, but what if the first person isn't actually dead, and that's why Speak with Dead didn't work? They're like frozen.
Wait, so one of the things was modify, and I'm going to assume memory, and the other thing was what else?
Sustain, like prolong, restore, and then it was like mass confusion.
Ooh.
Prolong.
Ooh.
I don't think she did.
Bitch ain't
mass
dead.
confusion.
Frame job.
Hang on, I'm
Interesting.
writing it down.
Can't tell from Brandon's
Mass
expression.
confusion
I know,
and
I know.
modify memory.
He's either thinking, oh shit, they're doing dumb things, or oh good.
Dude, this
Which
is a
we
really,
probably are.
Most
really
likely.
good slash expensive crime slash heist slash smear campaign, if that's what this really is.
There are no bad choices. There are only choices that will not lead you to being happy at the end of this.
Well, in that case,
So it was modify memory. What were those?
I'm
Sorry?
guessing on modify memory. It was modify and
It's- yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
but what was the other one called?
There was like a mass confusion.
mass confusion and then sustain slash prolong slash restore, something with that.
Cool.
Okay,
And
interesting.
these are all
think that-
scrolls, correct?
Yep.
They
we
slowed that
can't
bitch's
tell-
heart rate.
Do
She
we
wasn't
know
actually
the
dead.
approximate level of said scrolls?
High.
I would assume V high.
Yeah, well,
But-
Talking like
I think
15.
Lauren would know some of these, maybe.
Yeah. I can either just look them up in the player's handbook right now, or I can roll for it if you want.
Yeah,
I don't know what the rules are, and if you know, like, about spells of your class from a higher level.
You guys can all roll an arcane check or whatever it is.
Can we now?
And like Corin can roll double, I guess. But
All right, well, I got a 16, even without rolling double, so...
I
so like you guys know that they're relatively
10.
high. I don't actually even know the exact.
I
number.
got a
Like
2.
5. I think modify memory is like 5, and I don't know about mass confusion.
It's pretty high though.
Yeah, modify memory is 5.
But so that would imply that these aren't magic users, right?
No,
Is it
not
scrolls?
necessarily. It would imply that they're magic users that don't
Have these
spells normally. Though potentially they could be like non-magic users who, like I think rogues can sometimes fake it with scrolls.
I just also want to have it on hand.
But also,
Nothing goes
maybe
wrong.
more importantly than the spell level, in the ledger can we see who these were sold to?
You can.
Is it underneath the first sale?
It's written the same way as the first one that you guys saw, where it's not actually a name. It's all reminding notes for Mudzark, and
Okay, so
they're also like hard to make out, and you're piecing them together from multiple entries. But you can make out that it seems to be also Fomet.
right.
It's mostly the same description.
Well-
It sort of evolves over time and gets like more descriptive because the first ones were just like Droman.
let's go to Leather
that-
Daddy
that's a
yawning
clue.
dude.
Other daddy.
Welp.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
do you guys know
Okay.
where Fomet is? I don't remember if I actually told you anything about that when you guys were first talking about him.
we know he's a leader in the Glassblowers Guild, I believe, right?
Yep.
The competitive Glassblower Guild, not it's the council.
Yeah, Nemia might know. I mean, just from her own knowledge. If you want to make a history check.
Sure. Gonna be incredible. 13.
Okay. You don't know exactly where he lives, but you figure that he probably lives in the high rises.
He's the
tower.
leader of the Glassblower Society.
Yeah, and it's doing well. And you think he's
Right.
probably
It's doing
he's probably
well
on-
enough that it concerns Cornet.
Yeah. To be a guild, you need to have the guild own like an amount of property in the city, which implies that like the leader would probably own his own property too.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, would any of these be public records?
Yeah, certainly actually.
1,000 records.
Like this for the leader specifically and all the officers, it would have to be because like they want to know where people can find them. So you can
Cool.
find that if you want to go back to your tower.
All right, I'm gonna make a library use roll.
I want to spend my vacation at the library.
All right.
So you guys are talking about going out of the shop, and Mudzark kind of notices that, and he's like, yeah, but buy something before you go. But if you
of
if you
course.
go over, you spend 70 gold. If you go over 100, I take you where you want to go.
Where we want to
Yeah.
go.
No.
Mudzark's shop travel.
Okay,
Oh.
that
Let's
sounds
spend
great.
some gold.
And then we don't have to go in the street with the person who exactly fits the description of whatever. That was all within
Didn't he just
sorry.
ask for like 100
We want to
gold
spend
for that?
30 more
30 more
gold.
gold. And let me see how much money I have. Hang
30
on.
more, 30 more. I take you anywhere. You know on Go Street, I take you under street.
I've got 15. I'm happy to contribute. I guess my colored water counts as 70.
I'll toss my 10 in there.
I also
on.
have.
I might have money too.
We don't need to start killing and looting people, though. We're going to keep up spending at this rate.
Hey. I don't even know how to find money.
It's fine. I'll do
shit.
10.
Girl,
Great
I
sign.
loaded AF. Yeah, I'm a dippin'. I'm a dippin'.
You guys are just giving him the money. You don't want to buy anything.
No, I
I
want
will buy something.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll spend like 10 gold. What's he got for 10 gold? That's like really good. 10 gold's like
10
kind of a
gold,
lot of money, so like don't shrift me. But
I know. Here, he picks up a like earring made of a shell, and he's like, "Sending shell, one,
Sending shell.
Just the one?
Just
one.
Just
So
the
how
one.
do you send it to
One.
someone?
You wear.
Where does
you
it
send.
go?
Oh, does it?
Whoever you want.
Oh, does
It's
it
a
really
sending
actually
spell.
look like
You
that, or
ask.
do you need both?
You ask. Someone have it.
Oh, wait, no.
On you. I never use.
He's saying
property
just
to price
ring it
out.
and go, hey, who has the other one?
I'll do it. I'll put my 10 gold in for that. That sounds
There you
fun.
go.
Rosie, you
It's
can
like
eat
a little
biscuit.
earring.
Or 2. You can have 2. I have a shit ton more. Okay. Oh, and there's Aunt Tessie has jam. Does he got anything like? What am I good at? Am I good at things? I'm good at perceptifying. Does he have anything that like will muffle the sound of my boots?
Muffle
or
the sound of your boot.
or a thing that you like put inside a cloak sleeve, and it lets you store cards. Not saying that I would
This
ever
has
do
really
that.
big socks.
'Cause I want
That's-
something with the grandiosity of like I keep pulling scarves out of my sleeve, but with the practicality of I'm gonna fleece someone.
That's hard sell. You only have 20 gold. I have big, cool, fancy boot thing. Make them pass without trace. Much more 20 gold. Much more 20
I
gold.
have some electrum pieces.
But I could give you scroll pass without trace. Only friend.
friend. I have
40 gold. 40 gold. Card holder, also difficult. Hole in pocket, make card holder in other place. Very expensive still. Or regular pocket, only 5 gold.
regular
as good.
pocket.
But I have pockets. Look, he opens a drawer. There's a whole drawer full of pockets, like a little bit of thread and needle.
And instead of like iron on, they're magic on. You just like stick them on.
Yeah,
Right?
it's magic thread. It just does it
Yeah.
on its own.
I would skip the pass without trace
Ooh.
so I can spend some key
Yeah,
points.
no, I'm not gonna get that. Do you have something? What were they called? They weren't nifflers. I know what those are. Rosie, what were those things called? And you, Fred and George invented them. You could throw them and they would make undetectable decoys. We're gonna get angry fans from this, but whatever those things are, you basically it's a little thing and it's like got like legs and it's puffy and it like crawls far away and then it makes a really distracting loud noise and then you can go do something.
I love those.
They're so cute. Do we have anything like that? Something I could throw or roll on the ground and it would go far away and make a loud noise, or a big flash of light?
Or like, do you have marbles even?
Or
I know Lily
marbles.
loves caltrops.
Girl,
She could have got that at the toy shop.
I miss the cow chop days.
Enchanted marbles that explode.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you. Inspired, Nemia, really.
What are those little things that you had as a kid that you threw on the ground and they popped?
Those I know
Like
what you're talking about. Those are
blossom
awesome.
things, Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Shit's
That's what we
awesome.
need.
Okay. Yeah, you guys. Sorry, I had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we were talking about things that you guys were buying. I don't think that we were missing anything. We were just buying some items, and you guys were considering your learned information about the ledger.
Yeah, we were trying to decide what's up because either the girl's not really dead, or it's also possible that somebody in this, their memory's been modified such that we're being led to the idea that it's Foment and Nivik when it's really not.
Wait, one of them was a drow though, isn't Fomet a drow?
Foment is a drow.
Yeah.
There's something
so.
weird going on, and I feel like we're being led in a direction because whoever is doing this memory modifying and sustained lifing knows that we're investigating and wants us to lead us to a false conclusion to the point that we think we've made a really thorough investigation.
They're playing us like a damn fiddle. It's the violin player.
Girl.
Well, okay, wait. So, question: do we think the woman, the contact, is in on this? Bren, do we?
The dead woman?
Well,
Dead.
dead.
Yeah, if you guys.
That's our current theory, okay?
Yeah, you guys will have to answer me that question.
Did
'cause that's
anybody
your guys-
perform a medicine check on that body?
Well, we could.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, that's my suspicion.
You guys looked at it, and it had, it had signs of that puncture wound, but it also went away faster.
True.
Sorry, Bren. Did we know anything about the woman's affiliation that we were meeting? I assume we didn't, because we're not told much of that stuff. Or like me,
You
because
weren't really. She's from the Tunnelers, Sappers, and Pillar Makers Guild.
Okay.
Which is the new upcoming guild that's down in the Pike.
Got it. I mean, and it's possible that the thing in the vial, Locklurker thing, that punctured her wasn't a poison or something fatal, but just this thing to, like, keep her in
Sedate
stasis.
her.
Yeah.
Can you upload a scroll into a
Can you
injection?
upload a scroll into a potion?
Girl, it's magic. Anything can happen.
You could talk to somebody about that.
Ooh.
You already unfortunately blew your chance with Mr. Magic Superman.
oh yeah, dang.
Dude, that guy was scary, and I'm really afraid of Christian Dior now. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on with that. We were trying to decide what to buy. I don't remember what we suggested. Oh, marbles that explode. Can we buy marbles
Yeah,
that
like
explode?
some kind of distraction device, right?
Marbles that. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, okay.
They
Where
don't
we
need to do
left
any
off
damage.
was-
They just have to make a
Like loud, like smoke marbles.
yeah, but
he
like a
leaned in and
flash.
he was like,
a
"You
flash-
talking about fizzy mean bangs? I have many fizzy mean bangs." He starts bringing out all these little crawly things, these
Oh,
like spider-shaped
great,
robot-looking things that have like these flashing lights on top. These other like weird strings that just zip off in one direction, and a little fuzzy thing follows them. All kinds of cat toys.
Into it.
Yeah, and one of them like snaps and pops over on one side.
I love it. How much for like a beautiful selection?
Rest of your guys' gold, I put that in there, and I throw in always 100 gold. I bring you where you're going, and give you free scrolls. Look, free scrolls. He's giving you guys all actually only gives 2 of you guys
It's just blank
disguise.
scrolls.
No,
Yeah,
not
the
blank
actual
scrolls.
scrolls
They're
are-
actual scrolls. He gives you disguise self scrolls. 2 of them.
Nice.
That's really good.
Thanks,
And
bro.
that's super useful considering that Adri's a wanted person now.
Easy. Just spend 100 gold at Mudzark House, Scribey friend. No. Mudzark Scribey House, make friend. No. Mudzark House. Make friend.
Mudzark House and friends.
Appreciate it, Mozart.
Where are we going? He kind of goes behind the desk and pulls up this like lever system.
City Hall? Right? Like, we're gonna go check the public records, right?
Is that your guys' next goal?
I don't know. Public records make sense. Talking
Yeah,
to a
I think
maid.
that's right.
Yeah. We don't.
It's either public records or just go
What do
directly
you
and
mean?
talk to a foment, but we might as well look at the public records first, right?
I think we should look at the public record first. Also, I think we should like prep a little bit before we're gonna.
Public record was just to find Fomat, wasn't it?
Oh, was there anything else we had to do before midnight?
No, this was it.
Something
Go to
else.
Mudzark's shop before it moved.
Okay.
And then,
Is there?
but weren't
any-
we going to this bridge to try to meet Yeezy?
No, you're going to fridge to meet. Yeezy does not exist in Jethro, which is a better place for it. Thank you very
I
much.
hate to
No,
buy
man, that seems like a disappointing thing to me. I feel like Jess would be better off.
No, weren't we going to this bridge of whispers to meet Tendrizi?
No, to meet Mudzark.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to meet Tendrizi, and then Mudzark like popped up and was like,
No.
"Yo."
You came
Okay.
from Tingdreezy to the Bridge of Whispers, pretty much. Well,
That's
you went
right.
to somewhere else first.
That's right. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Did you want to go back to Tingdreezy for something?
No, I was just confused.
Quick, let's ruin Mudzark's names just so we can have a 3 for 3.
Mudzark says, "Comes to you." no
Mozart?
worry. That's his slogan.
Mozart. Yeah,
Nailed it.
he's
Mozart
in
easy
Jethro.
and Fullmetal Alchemist.
Brandon, I'm very sorry.
So we each got a disguise
okay.
self scroll.
Standard butchery of the GM names.
We also have a plethora of
Disguisey.
devices.
I think we have 2 disguise self scrolls, right?
And
Yeah.
you guys are going to go into City Hall, which is undoubtedly guarded heavily, especially during this
I'll be
night.
fine. I have a
with
private
murders.
pass. Well, disguise Audrey as my assistant. I'll be fine.
You have an
Okay.
assistant? They have the budget for that?
She's
So-
an intern.
All right, good. That's what I wanted to hear. All right, yeah, this guy
Don't appreciate that.
I can go as
Surreal.
Corin should go as himself. That gives us a lot of clout going in with.
Yeah,
the guy.
I'm legit. I'm a
So
respected
maybe
figure in
just
society.
Adri and I should be disguised. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm so good looking. Do I have to disguise myself?
I'm so good looking.
You could disguise yourself as someone equally good looking.
I is so good looking.
So is there
I'm me
is
with a
there
mustache.
anywhere more?
Yes, that's dude. I should use the disguise self scroll, and it's just me with sideburns.
Is there anywhere else? I think that's the only place we're thinking about going, right? And we should probably talk to maybe some of our contacts before going and talking to Big
Yeah,
Bad.
We're just trying to track down Full Metal. I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything else we need.
Cool. Let's do that then.
Sorry. Cat is going crazy.
She's on a rampage.
Oh, what a cute
Sorry, what did
baby.
you just say?
Just
was
trying
saying-
to plot out if there's anywhere else we need to go. I don't think there is.
I don't think there is. I think we can go to City Hall, disguise ourselves, do that first.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, how exactly are you disguising yourself, other than so handsome?
Oh, yeah, that's a hard one. I'm gonna send Pierce home because I feel like he's kind of a dead giveaway. My owl, my barn owl.
Uh-huh.
Pierce, good hunting.
Yeah, he will definitely
He
reveal
just-
you. So
He can
you send that guy home.
GTFO.
Kitty tail.
And then I am gonna remind everyone that I have primeval awareness and can sense creatures for 1 mile around. I don't know why that is relevant.
1 mile?
Yeah.
So what you can detect any kind of creature or
It
specific
says
creatures?
primeval awareness sense creatures 1 mile around. So
I feel like you might say more than that
I'm
in the book.
just bringing it up.
There's 700 rats.
Yeah, but
Right,
also we're in the
like-
middle of a major city, right? Like you're just
Yeah.
gonna die of sensory overload.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I think too. Like I don't know why.
outsiders.
I just felt the need to put it out there so that if we get snuck it up it on, I would like
Okay.
Ivan to
You don't feel anything coming. Can you detect how far away they are?
probably.
No, they're just there.
I'm sure you detect things if it is long range without specification, but if you only detect things close, or if it's like distance based, you don't detect anything close.
Guys, I have a scroll of detect magic. That would have been nice to know.
I think I can just cast detect magic though.
Oh,
so
that's kind of cool. Never mind. They one up me. Yeah, bitch.
But
Whoa, I have
you,
spells?
Oh, Kitty.
Oh my god.
I'm here like out of fucking spell slots.
Speak with animal. Oh,
Wait,
I
are
did
you
use
a
that.
druid?
I did use
Or are
that.
you a ranger?
I don't know. Oh, I'm a ranger. Ensnaring strike, fog cloud. I wanted to be a ranger in
Ian
the
on
old
the
game,
third
but it already got
session?
taken,
I have
and I was
spells.
late, and it's not happening. But I'm very sad about it because ranger is my favorite class. Anyways, so what can I do? What can I disguise
We don't
myself
need anything
as?
right now. We've got the
I mean, like,
disguise.
I know.
If
I'm
you
trying
guys
to say
have
what I
any
look like.
disguise-
I'm an elf, so
I'm gonna go ahead and use my disguise self scroll and
Yeah.
look like a human who's blonde and long haired and
Do you look like your portrait?
yes, in fact.
I want to disguise myself as Corin's intern.
and not a draft.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
You're
like
not
a-
attractive?
y'all wear
like
like
the-
red and stuff, right?
well, yeah, and just you the dress code for interns is a bit more relaxed, obviously, but as long as you have like a holy symbol of Joaquin
You know,
in
dress
there,
for the job you
I
want.
think that's the important
Yeah, I'll
thing.
get
Yeah,
a holy
no.
symbol. I'll have a lot. I'll hold all the scrolls, so I look very official.
Yeah.
Any-
You guys together
and-
will look perfect, and it will make sense that you're escorting 2 more people.
I'll just steal a
Perfect.
feather from Pierce before he leaves for a quill.
Yeah, I'll have a piece of paper and a quill and some like I don't know, some like look like I have a spyglass hanging off my belt and like some other I don't know,
Where did
cartography
you get this
tools.
stereotypical idea of how reporting was? This is ridiculous.
And Nemia is just dressed up as a reporter, like, marking this monumental deal being made between 2 petty houses,
Card in my hat. That's it.
Oh man.
or something like that. So yeah, you guys, he literally just pulls all these cranks, and then you see this hole open up at the top of the staircase, and outside is just another staircase, because it's at the bottom of this, like, little
Wow.
walkway down to somebody's house. with their front door where the portal is.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's very cool.
Mudzark, come to you.
Good job, Monzark.
This guy seems like a useful
Mother-
friend to have, all
Come
things
to you.
considered.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You're a friend. Thank you.
See, we shouldn't demonize our warlocks friends. They're very
Thank you.
helpful.
Yeah,
I've
they're-
always thought this.
They're capable of doing it themselves anyway. Like,
You're not the one who introduced demons to the situation.
But we're at the bottom of the steps that go up to City Hall.
no, this is just some house near City Hall. You're at the base of its like walkway down because it's partially underground,
Okay.
Close
and
enough,
you're
that's
very
usually
close to
fine.
City Hall. Yeah, you'll still have to get in the front door.
Well, luckily, I'm very persuasive.
Yeah, you guys walk out and like walking up. I'm assuming you're going towards it, but like there are guards in the street, but they're kind of passing by, looking around. You guys look like you could just be on business on a party night, like for sure. With especially with the clerics running around.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody really pays you much mind. There's no like stealth check necessary with these disguises at this time. They're really only looking for Adria at this moment because she's the one described.
So
And
I guess
these
we just
disguises
walk to
last
City
them.
Hall.
Yeah. Do these last an hour? Is that right?
I think that's right. And you guys, so yeah, timer's on. You guys are 2 minutes in.
An hour.
Like you walk and like a little bit apprehensively towards the steps and up these giant marble steps. Not giant. There's just a lot of them. And this building is
Big to me.
is big and looming, and it's very, very like efficient and modern. It's not very decorative, but it just has this tall, peaked, triangular, towering roof, and these two towers on either side.
Nice. Seems swag.
Yeah.
Very.
You step inside and you see that there's like the visitor's desk and all of these like these amenities for various like public inquiries, and then there are people filing in and out, workers filing in and out the back rooms. You very rarely see anybody go in there that isn't one of the clear designated workers here.
Okay.
Corny, you want to take point?
Yeah, let's just walk up. So yeah, is there like a maybe you said it and I missed, like a sort of reception area or something? Like I'd want to go up and ask. Like my plan is to go up and say, all right, as an official of the Church of Joaquin, I want to look up some records on a transaction. Can you direct me to where to do that?
Yeah, so you walk up to the little reception area for general inquiries and
Perfect.
And tell the teller that after waiting in line and hearing this guy like yell at her about how somebody let out these small little furry creatures inside his house, and she's like, well, what kind of furry creatures? We can't send anybody if we don't know what we're sending. I don't know, that's your job.
Oh my god, what a horrible day she's having. Please be a friend to her.
Yeah, I hate this night. It's the worst. Some of the residents
Yeah,
don't
and she has
enjoy
the
the
crappy
festivities.
shift working during the festival.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's awful.
She's just like wiping off sweat after he finally leaves and you guys
Dude,
show up.
sucks.
So she's like, can you give me the number? I need the transaction number, and this is going to be a transaction from your guild, correct? Otherwise, we need more paperwork. Is that what they're for?
Yes, this is a transaction from. Sorry, I forget what you guys are disguised as.
I'm your assistant.
I know you. But what about Adrian?
She's just coming in as a reporter.
Yes.
Crier's
the
Guild.
Crier's Guild, yeah.
Okay. Yes, this is a transaction involving the Crier's Guild.
Okay. Number?
Uh,
File? Who's it from? What are you guys looking for? Exactly.
we wanted to find the location of like where
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist lives, right?
Right. So are you just
So-
looking for
We can
any...
just look for properties under the Glassblower Society.
We
Yeah,
can
that's-
say, yeah, I'd say,
So it's a transaction between the Crier's Guild and the Glassblowers.
and I can, you can like push me forward and be like, I lost the transaction number. That's why we're here.
An intern.
Oh, okay, cool, good. I want a bluff with advantage. That's good. And like Nemia, by the way, you do know that there are Crier transactions with all the guilds because like they do a lot of advertising and stuff.
Okay. So I could potentially call my editor.
Yeah. Or
Maybe
just-
he has the other sending stone.
Maybe.
Did have you put on the earring?
Wait, did we actually? Is that
Yeah,
the thing we
sure.
bought?
Yeah, I bought it.
She bought
It's
that.
fun.
I
The
got
thing that mysteriously. Did none of you watch?
Somebody
Lord of
dropped
the
the other
Rings?
sending
Like,
shell in the ocean, so you just hear waves and go, wow, it's true.
you
I
actually
didn't
can hear
do
the ocean.
Great. I got a 10 and an 11, and I have a +1, so I got a 12.
A 12.
Yeah, it's not very good. Sorry.
No worries. I got a 13. So
come
unfortunately,
on.
and I don't even know what her like
Plus
mod
is,
would
yeah.
be. Yeah, but
Probably good,
she
but honestly.
kind of looks at you and she's like, "Listen, if you guys need a search of some kind, I see that it's all ordained with the Criers, but you're going to at least need to give me what you need and, well, probably your credentials at this point. Who
The
are
transaction
you?
was in regards to a residence owned by the Glass Guild, and so we could do a search of that. If those records are available, I believe we could cross-reference with those. Certainly, my credentials. I have obviously a licensed member of the Church of Joaquin.
You do have credentials, like other than your tabard.
Slide it forward.
Okay, cool.
Reporter
Yeah,
card.
she looks at like your reporter card, and obviously every Joaquinese cleric has some kind of.
I think the holy symbol is a credential, so it works out pretty well.
Yeah, that's a credential in terms of status, but you probably even have a like number.
No, I'm saying I was joking that I think the holy symbol of Joaquin is just like a little document card.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is not actually the holy symbol of Joaquin.
It's just a receipt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a CVS receipt, actually.
No,
The
too much.
longer it is, the more holy you are.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, you have something like that you can show her, and she does accept that. She looks at both and marks them down, but seems pretty satisfied actually.
Okay.
And she said, "Okay, what's the transaction for? You want between is it that faux metal fellow?"
I think so.
Yes, Nemia, I think you were involved in this. You were part of the resources that were dispatched for this. Perhaps you remember, but yes, that is the fellow we are looking for.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. He comes in sometimes. Very nice guy.
You love to hear that about a guild leader. You want them to be good folks. Have the
Yeah.
common touch.
Yeah, something, especially from people like them. They're Ingwain. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, it looks like they did a couple advertising runs. Which one are you looking for? There's the posters. There's the noonday run that happened. Oh wow, 1 month straight.
We're actually looking into
10
property.
days straight.
You did say that before.
Yeah, the
His
Possibly
property.
Not propaganda. Property.
Property. It looks like he. Oh yeah, that's a bit weird, huh? He used you guys to try to find his house when he was moving in. Well, yeah, I can.
It's a
give
big
you
city. It's confusing.
and the criers know it better than anyone, of course.
I can give you the numbers he paid. It's doing well. Good. This is all going to be reported like it should be, right?
Why,
Of course.
Yeah, I'd usually be like, why do you think I'm here?
Look at all these
I'm an
documents.
intern and I'm here on a freaking festival day.
So true.
And she turns the book towards you so you can see it is mostly a recording of the actual transaction, not his property, but you do find his property number in there, since that's what the transaction's for. A deed for this location in the high-rise section of the city. It's one of the towers, and it's actually towards the center, which is where the most expensive ones of the residences there are. There are some condo type things, which are very, very high-priced, very fancy rentals that some of the lesser nobles and high-paid workers live. But then there are the actual owned mansions and things in the middle of the high-rises, named such because at the top of this district, which hills upwards, there's a bridge that extends outwards towards another hill on the other direction with more houses and things that's even more private. He's on the outside area of this, so you don't need to cross the bridge to get to his house.
Okay.
Nice.
We might look a little suspicious.
Yeah.
And it's a house.
Yeah, it is a house. It is a very expensive house, as you see. Tens of thousands of gold.
Well, you've been very helpful, and we of course appreciate it. The work of the City Hall records keepers is vital to the function of commerce in Jezero.
Oh, you're too kind. Just like him. I'm sure that you guys are good partners.
Oh, we get along very well. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night.
And as you guys are like going back outwards, you see this group of guards come in, and they're all bickering and talking to one another. And at first, you don't pay them too much mind, and then as they start to get closer, you start to see that some of them are the people that apprehended you guys on the boat in the first place, and they're heading straight past you right now.
Which two of us look like ourselves?
I do
Can I-
not. And
What
I
spells do I
disguise, and I am sneaky.
Can
And
I,
I
like,
have
walk
the
in-
decoy detonators.
Can I like walk in front of Nemia trying to block her from sight?
Yeah, you can try to do that. I don't
I don't want to use my last spell slot.
I want to accidentally fall back and try to keep eavesdropping. A la, I have advantage on hiding in plain sight, Fey Ancestry, something, I don't remember.
Isn't that for natural environments though?
Mask of the Wild.
Yeah, I think it is Mask of the Wild is natural
Whatever,
environments.
guys, it doesn't say that. in
It's
the
urban jungle, okay?
I would even take it if it was like outside where you could blend in with the dirt and the muck of this,
It's
this
alright, I'm in
industrial city.
disguise, I look very official.
Yeah.
Face paint to look like a bunch of books
I'm this
standing against the
official
wall.
guy's official
Yeah.
assistant. Not an
And
Alright.
Avery, you're trying to block Nemia, is that right?
Yeah.
and I will.
and I'm gonna accidentally hang back.
I am going to. This might be stupid. Use my domain feature.
It's gonna be good.
And I am going to invoke duplicity, which creates an illusion of myself.
Nice.
And I'm going to create it like I assume this is kind of like a large area.
Yeah, very large.
All right, like I'm gonna try to like create an illusion of myself, sort of like over, farther away.
Yeah, like on the other side of the hall, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah, perfect.
Zinhorn, like throw something over there, make a noise over there, just get their attention
Got it.
over in that direction.
Decoy detonator.
I think your illusion can even make small noises.
Oh,
your
can it?
decoy is even better, sorry,
No,
because that would be
decoy
way
is
louder.
going
Yeah.
over there. It's happening already. You gave me the A-OK and it's happening.
So
yeah.
you guys all see this like little stringy thing full of lights zip over towards the decoy Corin, and it like makes all these bright lights as it goes, and this snaky trail, and almost like a bunch of different people in this place kind of look over to it trying to see what's going on, and some people stand up at their desks and push up looking for it, and for a moment there's
Oh,
nothing,
careful.
and it just like goes out, and there's no more blinking, and they're all looking towards your little illusion, who's I'm sure like,
Let's leave. Go, leave. Everyone
and
out.
then suddenly bang 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 bang, bang little fireworks all over the place.
Cool. And I've hung back and I'm gonna
That's how I
like,
go down City Hall.
I
Well,
guess,
that was
I
less
guess
subtle
I'm
than I
hanging
hoped.
back under the guise that I'm gonna help out the illusion of my boss.
Yeah. The illusion of your boss.
Yeah. Right?
Okay, cool.
Hey, just stick with us.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get
arrested.
caught with the illusion.
These guys are talking about something important and I want to eavesdrop.
I think that oh yeah, if you want to eavesdrop, sure.
I don't know if they're gonna keep talking after the explosion.
After the fireworks show went off.
Yeah, actually, the fireworks go off and everybody like starts to like scream and stuff because people aren't sure what's going on. They think that it might be under attack, and like people start running around. The guards immediately like go towards that. A few of them do kind of like look around and they start to head towards the front, but there's this flood of people going outwards. Not flood, there's not that many people in here, but there's like plenty of people streaming outwards. It's going to be hard for them to stop anybody. The rest of you just dart out, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
You
out,
make
dip.
checks for that because that's with that giant crowd, and they do not notice any of you. Good job. But Zinhorn
Subtle.
is back here, like staying inside, trying to listen. So you're
I like loitering. I like loitering.
yeah, you're loitering. So you're kind of like looking around. There's other people that are staying around trying to like follow the rules. There are workers here. Not everyone here is workers, but now the amount of like civilians here is drastically reduced. Looking around, you like see these guards rushing over, and they're like stop! Who like everyone like lower yourselves. Anybody that's in that immediate area is like submitting themselves to the guards, but you're not in that group. And they're looking for that illusory figure. Corin, I know it can last a long time, but do you make it disappear?
No, it lasts up to a minute, but once we're clear, I'm definitely gonna make it disappear.
Yeah, so like they're kind of running towards it, and they seem to, yeah, they seem to lose it in the like rush of everybody kind of lowering down.
Owned.
And they're sort of questioning everybody. They're asking like, where'd that priest go? Where'd that cleric go? Like, did he disappear? Somebody's saying like, I think he just ran away, but other people are saying he was just here a minute ago. They're starting to look around and catch on that something's not right. You glance back towards the door nervously and see that now that the flood has gone out, there are guards at the door, and there's only like one or two people still trying to leave, and they're like patting them down.
That's fine. I'm like looking around on the ground, like as if I've lost something, and I'm looking for something, kind of. And if there's any groups still chatting, either office workers or the group of guards, I'll try to listen in. But
Yeah.
generally making my way very slowly, still looking like I'm searching towards the exit.
The office workers are mostly
not
just
avoiding the
muttering,
guards.
really. They think it's just like rambunctious teenagers or something like messing around because it's clearly not an attack.
Point of just the spell, I think it doesn't disguise self. Like if somebody touches you, they feel like what you actually are, not
Right.
your disguise. So if you have anything,
My disguise isn't like I'm not like naked and
Wasn't
looking
it
like I'm
like a
wearing
different
clothes.
color?
Like I'm wearing clothes.
Okay.
Like I just have different colors on.
okay, chill.
Maybe
I wasn't sure if it was.
Thoroughly
Yeah,
examine
it's not like elaborate.
As long as no one touches the sideburns, we're fine.
If they thoroughly examine you, like they pat you down, they might notice. But
Yeah, they
but
would. Right, exactly. But I don't think they should.
They're
I mean, I
patting
don't
down
expect
people that are going outside at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out, and if anybody asks me something, I say I'm looking for Corin Goldbarrel, my master. I thought I saw him back that way, but I guess he must have gone out with everybody else.
What were you doing in here anyway?
We were coming to check on a transaction with the Crier's Guild, and we just finished, and then there was that noise, and I guess I lost him.
And the lady who was helping you guys is like, she was with me. Valid transaction, no problem there. And they kind of glance at you suspiciously. Do you want to give me a bluff with advantage?
Friends vouching for me, so I really sure.
They might just let you go.
Always be nice to the clerks. It always helps.
Wow, a 9 and an 8. And I have a plus something, but it's not as good as I always think it is. And it's not bluff, it's deception.
It doesn't even matter. Sorry, deception, but I rolled a 3.
Oh, yeah,
sense
nice.
motive,
I got a 10.
They're probably plus 2 or so 5.
Okay. So I got a 10.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You are actually like completely fine. They pretty much believe you because of your robes. Like because you're an assistant to a cleric that comes here frequently, and because she vouched for you. They just let you go, no problem. And you walk out, and you're still kind of listening.
Yeah.
And behind you, you hear some of the guards like reconvene with them and say, "There was definitely a cleric moving around here before. We don't know where he went. We're going to search for him. Did you see anybody suspicious?" And with that, you get out of there before they start talking about you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like try to find my gang immediately and be like, GTFO, they're looking for a cleric.
Yep. And you guys GTFO from the center of the city area, from City Hall. And I'm sure you guys are actually, I don't even know if that's what you guys want to do. Are you guys ready to make your way towards the high rises? They're not too
I would like to find a secluded place and like take my robes off or something. Like not be quite so obviously a cleric.
I
Okay.
want to copy down all of the information that I have and then just like drop it in a mailbox for my editor just in case
Okay.
I die.
What are you going to copy down? Everything?
That's true reporter instinct right there.
I mean, pretty much.
You guys are you will do that, but you guys are all sticking together really tightly. It's going to be obvious that you're doing something weird. Yeah, I think this is a fair time to give everybody like a perception opportunity to notice Nemia copying this down.
Cool. So I don't think I
In shorthand, it's in reporter shorthand, which is basically code.
Go into a pub to do this. You can go change in the back, and Nemia can do her notes at a table in the corner, and I'll distract her with my amazing card tricks.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
I'll have to
idea.
go to a
16.
tavern to do this, so it's less, suspicious.
Yeah, that's totally a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Is there a
So I will like just
tavern nearby, Jake? I mean, Jake.
Wow, Jake. The position of authority.
Yeah, actually, there's no such thing as DMs in
Yeah.
Jake's Dungeons and Dragons. There's Jake's.
Yeah. Jake is not a
Let me
name,
with
it's a
Jake.
title.
Hey, who's
You are the
ganking
Jake.
the new session?
Yeah. And so, sorry, you're going to try to.
I want to go in like a pub or a tavern or something so that Corin can go change in the back, and Nemia can take her notes at like a table in the corner in the shadows, and I'll distract everyone with my amazing card tricks.
Okay, cool. Everyone being the.
Adrian can hold a newspaper up at the table.
Patrons, right.
Huh.
I don't need your assistance, Google. Thank you, though.
Google's very helpful. She's trying to help us find a pub or tavern.
Yeah.
There are 12 taverns in your area.
Open now. Currently not busy.
Yeah. Yeah, there are plenty of taverns open because it's a party night, so all of them are open pretty
All
much.
right.
And there's like festivities going on, tons of people dancing, singing. You go to one nearby and you see all these fluffy little 6-armed monsters running around in between the bar stools. This angry guy upstairs starts thumping on the ceiling.
I still have our masks from the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my fox mask on Nemia.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
It's really hard to read in this.
Yeah, well, good. Just deal with it. All right. Hey, I'm trying to keep
With
you
just the one of
alive.
you might not seem too out of place because there's other people with masks on, but
Yeah, exactly.
most people
That's my
are not
thinking, yeah.
masked here.
All right, cool. Sweet.
So yeah, you guys are like, you guys have a moment. Nemia copies all this down, and like you guys head towards a mailbox real quickly because you're at City Hall basically anyway. And
Corin, you wanted to change.
You wanted to actually just take off all the tabard and everything.
Basically, yeah. Like, I assume I've got some sort of, like, undercloak or something. Like, even if I kind of look a little dumb and underdressed, like, just not wearing my obvious cleric vestments.
Yeah.
Maybe stash the holy symbol.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
If you want, when we leave, instead of Nemia keeping the fox mask, I had a fox mask and, like, a fox cloak, I guess, is what we had for the party. I can give you that.
Would wearing that outside of the party look odd? Like, are people
We're
walking
going to
around?
part of town.
It's festival night.
That's my question. Like, are other people walking around in masks,
You said a
or?
couple people, right, Brandon?
All right. If it's not,
Yeah, but we're going to like a residential neighborhood in the middle of the night.
which now that we think about it, in and of itself, is a little sketchy.
There are tons of people moving in and out of houses though right now because it's a party. So
Right. Are they all masked up?
Some.
No.
Okay.
Some
I
of
said
them.
some. Yeah.
All right, well,
Watch this dude not be home and be partying.
If some are, then yeah, I'll put we can toss his place. If some are, then yeah, I'll just put the fox mask on. That might help.
And then
Okay, cool.
I think I had a robe to go with it because we described it in the first session, and you had
If
something
we
else.
have
You had another costume.
multiple
didn't you?
masks, it probably makes sense for Adrian
Yeah, I
to
don't
wear one
remember.
too.
That's something.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
want to wear that,
We'll change our clothes,
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
I'll wear a mask even though I'm disguised, and also I will see if I can buy a bottle of something from the tavern. That way we can like be going through the streets pretending to be drunk from the party.
Oh, put it in a paper bag.
Good idea, yeah.
Really good idea. And I will
Some
get
Edward
out of
40
my
hands going.
disguise self thing as an assistant to Joaquin Cleric and go back to casuals in.
Okay, cool.
I'm staying in my disguised self form for as long as
Yeah,
possible.
that makes perfect sense. It lasts an hour, and you guys are just spending 10 or 15 minutes here. So you guys still have maybe 15, 20 minutes left on these disguises, which is enough to get you to and probably into the house, but probably not enough to get out.
Okay.
Maybe, unless you
That's
really
fine.
rush somehow.
And I got
which
another
would be
clothes, fine.
suspicious.
Well, let's get there.
Okay. Either way, Adri, I think that you would probably put that earring in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You called out to it back when you got it and put it in. You were like, "Hello?" Like, anybody there? You didn't get a response.
Okay.
But you've been like saying something to it every few minutes, like just putting your hand to it. And this time, what is it? Hello? Did somebody? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, it works.
Yeah. Did you find this thing?
Yeah. Who are you?
Hi, Thomas. We somebody found it. Good. I figured this would be fun. Listen, I just dropped it one day. I left it on a mailbox, on top of a mailbox. I figured somebody else would see it as they pass by. I could talk to somebody new. My name's Esmeralda. What's yours?
Oh my god.
My name's Adri. We've been at the party tonight.
At which party?
The big masked party. The masquerade.
Oh, a masquerade, huh? Sounds fun. Anything?
Yeah. Anything happened? Yeah, I mean, there's some drunk people. Did you hear the Crier's Guild announce a murder?
Oh yeah, I heard it was some
Crazy.
bro, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, I guess so.
How come were you there? Was that your party?
I mean, that was the same party. Yeah, but there's supposedly some fancy party up above too.
Well, did you see anything at your party or the fancy party?
Cut the line, it's the
Come on,
cops!
it has to have been.
Fine. I mean, like there was a few we kept seeing this weird guy in this bird mask.
Bird mask, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was odd.
Yeah. Well.
What about you? Have you seen anything odd? Where are you?
Oh, I'm just in my home. You know, not really looking at much. Just watching the lights down below. I kind of wish I was out there, but I can't leave.
You can't leave your home? Why not?
You know, just can't. But anyway, did you?
Wow.
But did you see anything else there? I heard that there were some people that ran away from the party.
Can I pause talking to her?
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna tell her? Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Sorry. One sec.
Oh, you mean like? Yeah, you can not talk.
Yeah,
to her,
yeah.
Get off of it.
Yeah. Hey guys, the Mudsark's thing. There's this woman named Esmeralda. Should I tell her what happened? See if she knows anything.
No, you should
Probably
find out.
don't
Help
tell her
us?
that we've. Like, how much do you want to tell her? Probably not that we're wrapped up in a murder investigation.
Right. Not
Yeah,
that,
tell her
but see
that.
if
Okay.
Do you
So
think
just
she
tell
might
her
live
that.
in a gated community and might be able to help us get in?
maybe. You know, some.
Or
I
if
don't
she
know.
knows about the smuggling going on.
Smuggling. Oh,
She said down below.
I was talking about that implies that she's in the high rises.
yeah. No, I got that bit. I was confused about the smuggling bit.
Oh, I thought she was looking up at party.
Oh no, I think she's looking down at the part. Yeah, I think she's looking down.
She did say down.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You didn't ask her where she lived, though.
No, I didn't.
Hello?
Sorry. We were
wait,
we were
I have
walking.
it. Offer to bring the party to her.
Well, if you can't,
Are we certain this is an adult?
I assume so. Hey, if you can't leave your house, maybe we could meet up and bring the party to you. We have some cool masks and some wine.
Oh well, I don't think you want to bring the party down here. I'm in the Pike. It's not you know, it doesn't seem very partyish. I think that you should keep the party where you are. It looks much better.
What are you doing down there?
You know, I have chores.
You have chores.
Ladies,
Okay, so this is a
How do you
child.
know Adrian?
Adrian Cornett is who
Who is-
hosted the party on the boat.
Yeah, he owns the boat, right?
Oh, yeah. He's the fancy dude who owns the boat, who's also
Glassblower guy.
glassblower dude, and partly trying to figure out the deal, right, to make the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right. I heard that he's you know, showing off a lot because he doesn't have much left.
Oh, he doesn't. Wow, I didn't know that.
Seems like he's getting run over by the Glassblower Society.
Like get up against Adrian and be like, "Can I get a quote on that? Sorry, what was your name?"
Get a quote on that. Who's on the other end of this?
That's my friend Nemia. She dressed up as one of the Crier's Guild tonight as a joke. She's been doing that all night, asking for quotes on things.
Classic jokes.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Wait. So, are you part of the Tunnelers and Pillar Makers Guild?
Tunnelers and Pillar Makers Guild. You hear kind of like rustling pages in the background. No, why? We're.
Oh, you said you were down working in the Pike, so. I was
Oh,
just
sorry. I don't know. Do you know somebody from them? Not Adrian. I don't know if they're working together. I'm sure that they probably have business going on.
Is this another members of the Crier's Guild?
Fucking sounds like it.
It fucking sounds like it.
Two people happily lying to each other.
Also,
It's
you
beautiful,
said
really.
Nemi, and I was like, oh, it's over.
I said Nemia.
It's fine. That is my real name.
Well, if she's part of the Crier's Guild, maybe she knows Nemia. What's she ask? Sorry.
Or actually a sense motive check. Actually, both.
A what?
Give me
A sense
and a
motive?
perception check.
What on earth is a sense motive check?
I don't know.
Insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same way bluff is deception.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Perception, I got a, where's my perception plus 4, 16.
Wow, it's like really good.
And insight, I got a, also not bad, 14.
Nice.
Okay, good. So you
Good. Otherwise, you're dead.
knives from the shadows. You guys definitely you're already starting to be suspicious of what's going on here.
Just
And
a little
you
bit.
managed to pick up as you're listening closely her like talking to that person she was talking to earlier, and she's saying like, Thomas, can you forget something? She said Nemia. You can't quite hear what she's saying,
But
but you can
Thomas
make out-
and Nemia.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna be straight up here. Are you a member of the Crier's Guild?
What? Starting to have trouble hearing you.
No, you're not.
You know, down here in Pike, it's hard to get things going with these things. Bye bye.
Wait, Andrew, what'd you say their name is?
Her name was Esmeralda.
Do I know anyone named that?
You guys don't know anyone named Esmeralda.
Oh no. Okay, good.
You're not sure
Okay.
who this is. She doesn't sound like anyone familiar to player characters necessarily.
Maybe we'll try to call her later. Let's just keep walking. That was
Players, I mean,
a
sorry.
fun diversion.
Right.
It was definitely interesting.
Do you know a guy named Thomas?
Do I?
Nemia?
I don't know. History check.
Okay.
Do you guys have history?
Sure, I've met a Thomas. It's gonna be a 15.
You've met people named Thomas. No, it's none of them.
In any
Maybe.
association
Even one
with
of
the
them works for the
Criers
Criers Guild. Yeah, one of them.
Guild? All right.
Thomas
Maybe we
something or other. You can't quite remember.
Maybe if we ever get a hold of your editor, Nemia, we can ask a few things about.
Someone trying to poach my story?
Yeah, I think so.
Shouldn't have told me when I was
Rude.
going to that party.
There's definitely Criers thinking about this story because it's there's a murder about.
Yeah, but you're
Feels like a
keep the place
violation
wide
of
open,
guild
Nemia.
etiquette, really.
This is gonna be your breakout piece. You're gonna give you your own column. Your
Yeah, but it is
own
Thomas. We
set
have to
of
have a
columns
conversation
from
about
which to cry things.
what is on and off the record.
Okay, cool.
So you guys start heading towards the high-rise towers, and you're just walking the streets, I assume, right?
Unless we had another plan. That would
I don't
sound
think
right
we
to
can
me.
fly.
Cool.
I can fly, but
You guys see plenty of guards around, and they're not questioning people. They are like walking around, looking intently. It looks to you like they're kind of trying to put on a show.
Like
But
TSA.
as you get-
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and as you get towards the
good old security theater.
as you get towards the high-rise area, though, you see that like this area, which some of you know, is like a large fenced-off district. It's on that hill, but there's only a few entrances that are gated, and there are guards who are like nodding to some people, talking to some people more closely. Even a few people they're patting down. You get towards like the main gate, which is the most traveled one. You could go to a different one.
Well, we could try to sneak in.
Yeah, are there any kind of dimly lit areas of fence in between the gates that we could
Or, like,
potentially?
Do we know if there's any sewer tunnels? Is that something I would know? Is these Guild Runner sewer system?
You would know that there are like underground ways and sewer tunnels. You don't necessarily know the ones around here.
Okay.
You could try to find them. Like
Oh, Sinhorn! Search for rats!
Yeah,
Yeah.
good move.
Why?
could work. Yeah, the rats
Sewers.
probably know
Not
where
a bad
sewers
idea.
are.
Where what is?
Sewers,
Sewers.
and underground tunnels.
Oh yeah, I can find that. No problem. Yeah, and I can
Cool.
talk to him if I need to.
How do you talk to them? Is that a spell
I'm
or is
a
that
spell, yeah.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, like one of your rats, you summon them and like, are you asking them to find
I
it or are you trying to
summon
find
rats.
local rats?
No, please do not say that. I do not summon rats.
From the void, where there were no rats, there are now rats.
Yeah, like that's so terrifying. No.
Yeah, you have friendly rats that
Bad
you
run
know
of
about.
Dishonored
Alright.
going.
That's
But you could
literally
also
what I was
try to
about to say. I was
find
like, that feels so Dishonored.
Trying to find what rats?
local rats.
I only killed like 4 people.
Come on,
With a bad ending again.
Problem. I was being good this time.
All right, I find some rats and I talk to them and I ask for the best entrance for large creatures to the sewer.
Okay. And so yeah, you find all these rats that are like eating scraps around here after the party, and you question them. Most of them aren't actually that trusting.
Shocking, really.
They're more out for themselves and scavenging, and you know how to get to them. You offer them like little scraps of food and stuff. Most of them just take it and run.
We're nice people, though.
That. Yeah, maybe you're nice to them. Maybe you just let them. But eventually you do get one that's like willing to talk to you a little bit, and it's like it's like it thanks you for the food, like thank you. It eats. It looked very scrawny and hungry.
Aw.
Oh, in my character description, it does say that I keep little bits of food in my pocket, so I'll keep feeding it that while she's talking to it.
Nice.
Quality character playing there.
Thank you.
Like not much in tunnel. Not much in tunnel.
Okay. Why did we want tunnels? We were trying to get somewhere.
You're trying to get to the
Get
like
to that
past
house.
the gate secretly.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, sure. I'm gonna say, how would I describe this to a rat? I don't know. If I want to get further up the river, what do we call the river, Alex?
The torrent?
Yeah. I want to get further up the torrent to near where it comes in. From where I want to go where the water comes from, like that direction, because that's right by those hills, if I recall the map correctly.
There's like a detour of it, like a man-made one that runs through the
Yeah, but that's
district
still
we're trying to go
closer
to.
source than where we are right now. So I'm saying if that's the general
Start
direction I want to go, is there a way to get
chittering-
through the sewers?
Yeah, he starts chittering on about the wet tunnels and how there's these areas that are wet and dark and
Dark's no
harder.
problem. I have dark vision.
Yeah, there you go. And they're easy to get through for him, but like while he's talking about it, you see that he's like swimming through sections at certain points, and like they're not super. It's not sewer anymore. It's like these tunnels that are adjacent to the river, and so they get some seepage, and sometimes there's cracks.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
All right, great.
But yeah, you find a way in, like where he's describing it. Like after you ask him specifically about that, he tells you like this way in, and all you have to do is go down to the river. And it's not at one of the bridges. There's this like walkway downward that has a very small fence that's locked, but you like he just tunnels beneath it.
I have thieves' tools. I'm sure I can break the lock.
Yeah, exactly. And then it leads into the tunnels, but by the river.
Thanks, mucho. Here's some food for the road, and great work. Keep it up.
Yep. He goes
Great
off
job being a pest in this city.
He goes off to brag
I
to
don't
his
know what
friends
we'd do
about
without you,
the
to be
nice
honest.
people that he.
I'm not sure how to record him as a contact.
Just say
I don't know, you
an
would have to come to
inside
the city.
underground source.
Evidence from the natural environment.
Circumstantial evidence.
So yeah, you guys make your way that way. You pass adjacent to these guards, so they don't really pay you much mind, and you find towards the river, away from the bridge that's closest to the high rise, which of course it has a bridge almost directly to the entrance. You go a ways down and like wait for guards to pass as you chat a little bit, and then head down.
Just saying some casually non-suspicious things.
Card tricks, party time, wine, beer, vodka.
Yeah.
Do you just carry like a
Go on.
bar before you go?
It's a
Yeah, one of the
bar.
guards
It's like,
that
you know,
passes,
want to buy
like-
a sundial, but it's all mini drinks, like airplane size style, and you can
One of the
just
guards
make any
is
drink
just
you
like,
want.
keep it down. You're not too rowdy around the rich people homes, okay? You can go over to
Hostile
the
night, man.
and do that.
What about the
rich
rowdy riche?
people.
Like the nouveau riche, but the rowdy riche.
Rowdy
Don't
Reach.
they want to have a good time?
Oh no, yeah, they're totally rowdy. They just don't like you being rowdy.
I know.
That's
I'm just being a dick to them.
100%. You guys hear like bumping music up there, like shattering
Hey,
bottles.
keep it down.
Yeah, like I love illicit drugs. Like going on up there. No, none of the guards go into the hill areas. They just around the hill areas.
Got it.
you guys head down here and easily pick this lock because it's just like a service area, and make your way into the tunnel. It's as he said, it's dark and confusing here. There's a bunch of different ways, but following his directions, you start to like make your way, and you're pretty sure you're making good time and making your way in.
Okay, cool, awesome.
You
Rats for the win.
are going to like at some point you do run into a minor dead end, and you realize that you're a little bit turned around, but you manage to find your way again. And just as you're like getting confused and not sure where to go, you realize that this is where the rat went underwater for the first time.
Oh, we can do that.
And you see this like puddly area in one of the tunnels that
Puddle.
goes farther underneath. It's a narrow little like natural eroded, not cave, but it's like a piece of a cave that this tunnel goes to. It
Sorry.
doesn't. It looks like a tight squeeze, and it's all underwater.
That's fine. We can do it. But I put together a team of experts, okay? Expert swimmers.
My papers are gonna get wet.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oilskin for that to be practical. If that's a thing that's existed for thousands of years, you can totally do it. It'll be fine. I refuse to believe that the society has not developed that technology. Also, moving forward from that, my question is, why are we going to this guy's house? Are we just like going to his house to try to find evidence that like directly
Because he
links
done
him?
it.
I know. But are we
Your
going?
only lead.
But we have to have.
Maybe we'll find a dead woman's body
Right,
there.
are we
Who is
going to the
dead?
house to find explicit evidence of tying him to the crimes? Is that why
I'm
we're
personally counting on him having written a journal entry saying, I did it and here's how.
We open the door, we go, it's over.
November 5th, had some
chair turns around and
biscuits,
it's the
killed
woman.
some bitches, party time. That's what you're looking for.
That's exactly right.
All right, barring that, are we just looking for other things like circumstantial evidence that tie him to the crime, or?
Yeah, I mean, like
Okay.
Alex said, it's our only lead, so...
Or
No,
him.
I'm just making sure that we have a plan when we get in for
I mean-
what kinds of things we're looking for, so we're on the same page.
Best case scenario, I'm looking for an on-the-record confession.
I think you guys did also think that. Well, wait, no, sorry. Who did you think had gotten the nimble right?
The nimble, right? Do you mean the locker?
Yeah. No, the automata.
The automaton man.
Oh, right.
It's a nimble, right? They're
It was
cool.
for Full Metal.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I
4
thought.
orders made. One was for the butler, one was for some
Yeah.
person, one was
Yeah.
for Full Metal.
Yeah, okay. So
And
you
the
could be looking
lock
at that.
locker
That's one
is
thing, just a
also
reminder from the
stolen,
previous
right?
session. Lock Lurker was sold to him, yeah, it seems.
Yeah.
Okay,
So what we
see-
currently
we
think.
think it's the same person.
And a bunch of scrolls.
Yeah, and a bunch of scrolls.
So what we're currently thinking is he used the nimble ray as an assassin, or to deliver this poison that maybe just knocked this woman out. He used these spells to trick people. I don't know how. Maybe to make her not dead. We don't know.
Right.
And then on the way out, this thing killed a
He
thieves
didn't
guild
want to
member.
actually kill her, but he wanted to prevent the deal from going forward.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
A recap of Nemia's notes that were sent to her editor.
Right? Yeah.
We just cut to the editor reading it going,
What?
Yeah, oh my god.
Okay, so
Is
scrolls,
she insane?
the set of scrolls, the nimble ray, and the lock lurker, we believe to have all been purchased by Faux Metal at this point.
Yeah.
That's a lot of information that does tie
Running
into the
theory.
crime, but at this point, we don't have any evidence that shows intent.
which is why we need to
That's
break
the
in
one.
and enter without a warrant and get more evidence.
Well, isn't part of our intent what we think is that the dude
It would
who
be
wanted
against
this deal
his
to go
interest.
through? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Again, that's
He's
motive.
Just trying to screw
Yeah,
Brad.
motive. Sorry,
but
motive.
that's not. We don't
Yes.
have any evidence of intent to commit a crime.
We have motive.
Motive, and we
All right.
have means.
Means.
Right,
Great.
exactly. Wow, not to get legal in the morning, but that's what's fucking happening. All right.
We did good. We got this.
Okay, cool. So, you guys, as you said, you no problem. You can just swim under the thing. So you guys each swim under
I
the
mean,
thing.
I'm saying that. I'm just being a butt. If people want to find another way, but let's not build a boat. Am I right? Okay.
Well, Xenahorn, you are experienced in this kind of thing, so I'm not going to make you roll. So you would just swim underneath this thing. It's a little bit jagged. It's a little bit squishy. You have to like kind of pull yourself through at some
Jagged
point.
and
It's
squishy. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
jagged and
what's
squishy.
happening? All right.
Squishy
There's
as in it
algae
squishes
on it.
you. I don't mean as in
Oh,
it's squishy.
okay.
Although there are gross things
It's
on it, like
that's,
algae.
That's a lot right there. It's
Sorry, there's
very-
jagged rocks
oh my
poking
gosh.
through squishy algae, and you're squished.
Understood.
Lovely.
Thank you.
But you're not claustrophobic. You
No.
get through this no problem.
Yeah.
You obviously this could be a problem for some people, like just in terms of scariness.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the rest of
Like
you are
Nemia's
gonna
scared.
dive after.
Spooky, scary.
You know what? Anything for the story, though. Better win
Well,
a fucking Pulitzer.
Corin's a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
So you have dark vision.
Yes.
Who else
I
has
have
dark
dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Oh, everybody has
Hey,
dark
good
vision.
for us.
Cool.
Dark vision.
Okay. I didn't
job,
do that on
guys.
purpose at all.
Party of
Actually,
humans.
Mimi made 3 of these characters.
Yeah. I did not do that on purpose either.
Cool.
Humans are just boring.
Yeah. So you guys can all see just fine. So do you want to just dive in after? I'm gonna make you guys take athletics checks if you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can just dive in after.
Cool. Give me those athletics.
Just
That
make it
is
so bad
a-
that you die.
8.
That's a 10.
15.
Okay, cool. Corin like squeezes through no problem. Very lean, stout dwarf. No,
That's
like
what they call me. Lean and stout.
I thought drowning in paperwork was bad. This is
I'm
just
sorry.
drowning.
stout is the halfling subrace. I thought stout dwarf. You're like a hill dwarf or something.
I mean, but also you could probably describe a dwarf as stout. So,
Describe what they're drinking as stout.
I see what you did
Yeah,
there.
very lean dwarf with stout on his little satchel, in his flask.
Yeah. I'm not scared by it because I was drinking some stout. I was
Yeah, there
calmed
you
down.
go. What did you get, Adri? And Nim?
I got
Nim?
a 10.
A 10.
I got an 8.
Okay, a 10 is just barely getting you through. But Adri, as you kind of like squeeze through, you get a little bit claustrophobic. You're feeling like compressed by the space, and you're kind of like each guiding each other. So you're sort of not holding on to Corin's foot, but like touching Corin's leg, and you suddenly feel Nemia behind you, like tap your leg really hard a few times, and then you don't feel anything as you keep going.
And don't feel anything?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna. Can I look back and see her? Is it too?
Yeah, with the dark vision, you can see that she's trapped right there. Her shoulder is like caught in a thing, and like it went over her clavicle, and it's caught on the muscle. She's trying to like struggle out.
Oh no!
Nemia,
Okay.
you're having trouble with this, of course. You don't have 20 strength. That's Aridin, right?
That's Aridin. Nah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I have crappy strength too. I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I
Strength's
can grab is there any well, I have like a knife in my belt, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can like wedge the hilt between Namia and the thing and see if I can kind of like pry it.
So stab.
No, I'm not stabbing. You're good. You're good. It's in a sheath.
It's a blade, but on the
Just
unbladed
slight
side.
stab.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Can I,
you're
like-
gonna.
If I just cut some of the meat off.
Yeah, if you think
Can I use
there's
it as like a lever?
yeah, if you think there's a relevant skill, go for it. Otherwise, athletics.
It's probably athletics.
Yeah, athletics, and don't mess up because you're pulling on a knife blade with the dull end, so
Well-
the sharp end is going towards her.
I suck at athletics, so this will probably mess up, but that's
So
okay.
really don't mess up.
That's a nat one.
So when we
Underneath
said
the water.
don't mess up.
Yeah, Nemia, you're just like, and then suddenly the blade just goes straight into your into the fleshy bit of your shoulder, cutting deeply right here.
Until I pass out.
Corin, you have now felt Adri's hand come off of your foot. Nemia is taking
Sorry,
3
Nemia.
damage. I should probably roll a dice for you. I'll roll a d4. Nemia is taking 3 damage.
Boy.
I can fix that when we get out of the water.
But she's still stuck.
Yeah.
Let me think.
Xeno, on the other side, you're expecting them to come through, and you saw bubbles come up from the other side.
So I'm going to look back as soon as I feel that Adri's loses touch with me.
Yeah.
Can I see what's going on?
Yeah, you can actually see exactly what's going on, and you were actually swimming pretty strongly, so you have plenty of breath left.
Okay.
Adri, you're starting to feel a little bit faint with the sight of what you've just done and the fact that you're realizing you're running out of air.
All right. I'm gonna swim back, tap Adri, and wave her forward, and then. All right. What do I have that can help with this problem? Because I don't even have a knife. I have a battle axe. It's just not an appropriate use for this.
Well, it would be a good lever, and it's less sharp than the knife, so
That's
it's
true.
actually better.
Oh yeah. Let me get the handle
Levers
in there
are
then
very
and see if I can.
powerful.
Yeah,
Alex knows
that's
I'm
actually a really good point.
really big expert on levers. I've taught multiple lessons on levers.
Yeah, you guys and Will Bootstrap's son. I forget his name.
All right, let me try to like apply some leverage
Yeah.
with my
It'll
axe
work.
handle.
These are Hoffman pile hinges.
Exactly.
Proper leverage.
All right, 18 plus whatever my strength is, so like a 20.
Nice. Okay, yeah. You actually snap that piece of rock straight off without hurting Nemia further, and
Nice.
drag them both out of here. Adri is sort of able to move on her own, but she's starting to get weak. Adri comes up gasping in the surface where Zinhorn just saw bubbles before, and Zinhorn's like, "Oh, good. I didn't want to jump back in there." All of you come up, no problem, and Nemia is not gravely injured, but certainly injured at this
Nemia,
point.
Be less injured. That was
Yeah,
me
let me
pretending- That was me pretending to be a bard. See me
Let
help.
me- that's not helpful, but
No.
but I can be helpful. You can still drop spells
didn't
for healing
expect to be
spells, right? Is that a
stabbed.
thing?
I think so.
Kind of accepted the whole drowning thing, and then I got stabbed.
You're
At
not
least you
really
didn't
that
drown.
That's
That's
right.
the other thing. You're just like you're just like a little bit slashed. Like you've been hurt before. Not often. You prefer not to be. You're a reporter, not a field agent. But you're kind of towing the line there. So scrapes are not to be unheard of. This is kind of bad.
Maybe
Water's
you can-
probably not clean, too. I'm gonna get an infection.
All right, I actually have no healing spells prepared right now, so
No worries. Rats
It's
run
okay.
through it. You
It's
can
not that
probably
bad.
bandage it and keep it okay for now.
yeah, I
like
can make a medicine check. I bet.
yeah, go for it.
Oh, I was looking at my skill sheet. Medicine. All right. 13.
13. Okay, yeah. With a 13, you bandage it just fine. You're like clean the wound when we get back later, but you're probably okay. This won't keep long, but you can always go into a temple for restoration if you get an infection. This is a magical world. You guys just take a few minutes with that and then begin heading down the tunnel. And give me perception checks as you do.
Okay. Perceptify.
4.
13?
Nat 20 plus 7.
Nice.
Damn.
13.
Nice.
I am
Okay,
the most
27 is
perceptive.
obviously going to win this.
I am so
So-
perceptive.
So the
That's
27
very perceptive.
you actually you as you guys are walking, you start to get this strange feeling. Like you start to hear tip taps that don't sound like your guys' footsteps, and you keep on looking around, looking for somebody.
This is in the tunnel.
It's in the tunnel. You're not sure if it's rats or something bigger, and as you guys are like taking turns and following what you remember from memory, you suddenly see at the end of one of these longer hallways, not the way that you guys are intending to go. Down at the very end of it, right before the turn, there's just a lone figure standing there staring at all of you.
Hmm.
Zinhorn's the only one to notice this. Nobody else notices because you guys are all looking down the
Feel
hallway.
like the correct approach is to
Is
just
nimble
go about
right?
our business and wait to be accosted.
Is it the thing that went in the water?
Is nimble right?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, does it have the
nimble right.
silhouette of a nimble right, or does it look like a humanoid, like more humanoid than a nimble right?
You can't tell in the darkness. It's too far away.
I have
What's
dark
the
vision,
range?
60 feet.
60 feet? This is a 61-foot hallway.
All right, that's fine.
I have a 120
Challenge
foot dark
the Jake.
vision. If you point it out to us.
You have 120 feet? Damn it.
120.
Foiled. Foiled. Yeah, okay, you can
All
see
right.
it. It's not that long. You can see, you call this out, or what do you do, Zenor?
Yeah, do you tell us?
You said
Zinhorn's
keep going
leaving.
about your business. Does Adri actually see this?
Zinhorn's leaving.
Zenor! Where'd you go, Zenor?
Zinhorn, did you tell us? Oh, yes.
Okay. Zinhorn tells you guys, and Adri, you look over just as the figure hears that and darts down the other way from the tunnel.
Ugh.
You do catch a slight glimpse of it. It looks like a tall, slender figure, much more humanoid than the automaton should be. But you don't catch much other than pointed ears.
Guys.
Golem.
Hey,
He's
tall,
been following
hey,
us for
hey,
3 days.
Tall, thin drow.
Yeah,
Dark
yeah.
vision is black and white. You can't tell if it's just an elf or a drow.
Should we chase?
Did it leave?
Yeah, it went down the hallway as soon as you told them about it, and Adri whipped around.
Let's go, let's go.
What if it
Adri's
tries to
strong.
kill us?
Let's split up, gang.
Good point.
Yeah, I can try to get it if you want.
No, it's blown up.
You guys want to go down and chase it?
What do you guys think?
Is it gonna? Okay. I'm worried about us getting lost down here. Is it really the opposite direction of the way we want to go?
It's like a right angle from where you want to go.
All right. Yeah, let's chase
It's
it.
not the way you came from. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
let's-
So
yeah,
you
let's
guys
chase.
together, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm down
I'm
to chase
going.
this group. Chase, ready?
Yeah, I think we should follow it.
Chase.
Yeah. You guys.
Like, I'm not
absolutely-
gonna do that without the rest of the group, but I think we should follow it.
Yeah.
You guys run down after it, and you like after looking at each other very briefly, and you keep on coming around corners. Some of them are shorter, and there's not like there's not any vision of him. But every time you get to a longer one, you see this figure running down the hallway.
If I ever have straight line of sight before he whips out of sight, I want to try to shoot him with my longbow.
Sure. Why don't you give me an athletics check, and I'll. Oh, I got an at one. You're gonna win.
Well, you never know. Let's see.
I mean, yeah, he is speedy.
I got a lot. 16.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna win. Yeah, you managed to like get a straight shot of him down another like 60-ish foot
And
hallway.
it's not to like kill him. It's to disable and slow.
Okay, cool. You
Like I don't have that much control, but I'm just letting you know. I'm not like shooting to kill right now.
Can all of the rest of you give me a brief? I don't even know. Like navigation would be survival, I guess. Can
Yes,
you all
yeah.
give me survival checks?
Yeah.
And,
Actually,
Yeah.
and no, not use Zinhorn because you're doing the other thing. So what exactly are you doing? I'm sorry.
Me?
Yeah, what are you doing to him when you get?
Oh, I
sight on
just
him?
wanted to shoot him
Shoot him. Cool.
with the longbow. Just
in
like
the leg, right?
just to like
Just
disable him.
disable. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
I
slow
heard-
him
I
down
heard-
either with the pain
I
or
heard
if there's
disable.
gonna
I
be a
didn't
blood
hear, like,
trail
how
I
you
can
were doing
follow
it.
if I lose his tracks. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you'll roll a normal attack roll.
All right, cool. It's not good at all, but it also flopped.
We're
on
like
the table.
Nemia dead weight.
Got him.
I got a 9, which is not good at all because I rolled a 3.
Well,
It's not very
what's
good.
oh no, sorry, 9 is with your bonuses.
I have a +6.
Okay, yeah, sorry, that doesn't quite hit.
Yeah.
But it clatters off the side, and he like ducks over. You see him sort of crash into one of the rocks and then keep running. The rest of you, 15 was that the highest survival? Is that right?
16.
I only got a 9.
Okay, 16. You're looking around as you guys are coming down this way. Nemi is taking up the end and kind of like trying to make sure not to get lost. But Adri, you see that you've kind of looped back towards where you were originally, and you're going towards where you came from
It's a trap.
at this point.
Should we call out to him?
No. Well, I mean, you can. We're not talking about it. I'm running after this guy right now. You can stop me
Yeah.
or stop him or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can call out to each other, but he's going to continue down this long hallway, which was the first long hallway you saw.
Oh, okay.
And then run back towards where now you're sure is where you came from the water.
Guys, we're going back to where we came.
Crap.
Xenorn, you're only a few turns away from where you guys started.
I don't want to go that way, and I feel like it might be a trap. So
Okay.
I'm gonna dead stop and be like, "Coward!" and then go run back the way I can.
Cool. You guys run back the direction that you guys were supposed to go.
Yep.
And
One sec.
okay,
Never
you guys have other things you can do to stop him?
No, I have a. I can.
I mean, I can take
as
a
ritual
last
trait, I can
shot
cast
if I've
dancing
decided
lights.
to stop, but
So I was gonna
dancing,
see.
dancing lights near
It's only
him?
20 feet, so I can't. So it doesn't matter.
Well, you can cast dancing lights anyway and try to send them towards him because they can move, right?
Sure, I'll do that because I want to see if I can get like a in color look at him.
It will light up the area exactly.
Yeah.
And you perception check as you make a last shot, Zinhorn, with disadvantage this time. Because
Are we all doing perception or
Actually,
just
I just thought of something.
Yeah, you guys can all do perception. That's fine.
About how far away is he?
That's crap.
60
At this
feet,
point?
50 feet, something like that. A little bit less.
18. I
4.
rolled something.
and do I have disadvantage? You said
Disadvantage, yeah.
cool. For what? For
Okay,
perception.
if he's within
shot.
60 feet,
Oh, for a
then
shot.
I actually
Yeah, I got a 16 and a 2. So it's not gonna hit.
He's out of range for everything for me.
I'm going to cast command, which I
Okay.
just realized he's within range
How
and I
is that
have.
for you?
All my shit's 30 feet.
Oh,
I have command prepared, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. All right, I'm going to command him to approach.
us.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
Did it
you're
save
going
or what?
Yeah,
to
he
shout
gets
that out. He gets a will save. Is that right? Wisdom save?
yes, wisdom saving throw.
You got a 13. Is that enough?
That is enough. Damn it.
Guys,
Good try.
being level sucks.
It sucks so hard.
It's
Yeah,
so
he
hard
slows
to come back
down.
down.
And that arrow just barely misses him as he turns the corner in front of it. It would have hit him directly in the thigh otherwise. And yeah, you guys just think better of it and decide to leave, I think.
Okay.
Stop, she's trying to distract us. Not true. I'm giving it my all.
Yeah. You do hear a splash as you're running away. You hear a splash as he goes down into that water. But you guys head down the way that the rat told you to go, and you're probably rushing now, I'd imagine,
Yep.
and kind of getting through. You actually feel disguises wearing off, or see them, I guess, on each other as you're down here.
On age.
Can I take a second? Well, no, even me, because it was an hour. Can I take a second and use my disguise kit to try to, like, paint my skin tone so it's not
How
Drow?
long? I think it takes 10 minutes, doesn't it?
I can still do one more disguise spell when we get
that's-
up there if you want.
Yeah,
my disguise self, though?
I'm sorry. It is. I think
Oh,
this
you're right.
It makes it a 1-minute process. I could be wrong about that.
I can look it up.
Yeah, you can do it if it's a minute.
Okay.
Otherwise, you guys are worried about where that guy's going.
Totally, yeah.
Spend more than a minute.
Makes sense. Disguise kit 5e. Okay.
The last detail that I forgot was that you put a light in there, and the light did illuminate him a tiny bit. It was not a drow. It was an elf.
It was not a drow.
It was not
Did
a
it
drow.
look like the guy who died that we talked to?
The guy who died?
Yeah.
Are we seeing ghosties?
Have we
What'd you
seen
say?
those?
Are you talking about the second victim?
Talking about the Thieves Guild victim?
Did it look like him?
I thought was he an elf?
That's what Lily's asking.
I thought he was not an elf. I thought he was.
No, he's a human.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
And
no.
it looks like it would take 10 minutes for Endo, so never mind.
Okay, yeah, so never mind. You guys continue on through these tunnels and with the expert guidance of the rat, manage to find your way out and push yourself out of a little grate, a drain in the center of the street. Which, when you guys all look around, make sure the coast is clear, you clamber out and put it back down. You see this fancy decoration of this high tower on this high hill with like these angels flying around it. And immediately after you place the train back down, you start to hear like revelers coming up the hill from down the road, and looking around, you see all these fancy apartment sort of like condominium rentals that are like old houses that have been reworked and combined together, as well as some houses dotted here and there. From the address, you know that you're close to where you're going.
Okay.
No guards in sight, and from what you've seen, guards mostly don't go into the district. They keep people out.
And that's why you always
Should
take
be
the
fine, then.
sewers.
Sneaky snake up into this house.
Audrey's description probably hasn't gotten here anyway.
That's
Paying
an
attention.
optimistic.
Well, why would anybody in their houses be like out listening to the criers?
Actually, you know what? No, I'm
True.
gonna
Good point.
I'm gonna spend 2 key points and cast.
Cool.
I'm a monk, and I'm the whatever shadowy monk that can do spells. I'm gonna cast 2 key points, but I can only ever cast 1 spell because I have 3 key points.
Oh.
Pass without a trace. So for 1 hour, we all have a +10 to stealth.
Cool. So you guys are not going to leave any trace of where you've been
Right.
going, and you have
And
bonuses to
I'm
stealth.
ultra sneaky on top
Through
of that.
non-magical means, nobody can figure out where we're going.
So you guys sneakily make your way towards the house then,
Yes.
Yeah.
into the shadows. You pass by very unintrusively.
Unless somebody else feels really extra sneaky on top of me, then I can lead, and also I have lockpicking tools. So.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sneaky,
I
so
think
I'll
that's
go
smart.
with
Oh,
you.
you
I'm
okay,
not-
cool. If you
I'm not
want to take
especially
point, you
sneaky.
totally can.
I think you should go first because I don't have lockpicking tools.
Okay. Cool. Fair enough.
I'll go in the back. That's
Perfect.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can be caboose in
Yeah.
the train. Yeah. Sounds good. All right. Cool. Approach the house. Approach.
It really seems like the lockpicking tool should be some part of the signing bonus for the Thieves Guild.
It really does.
Does seem that. Approach from the side or the back if we can when we find the place.
Yeah. You guys can approach from since you're sneaking around, I think you'd approach from the side. So because the front entrance of this house, as you come up to it, you see it. It's this big, gaudy wooden mansion. Only very, very, very subtle traces of any elven or drow like architecture in it, with these like sort of almost like naturally curved, spindly points on the otherwise geometric shapes. It's very tall. The only other notable feature about it is that on top of one of the like one corner of it has a like circular tower going upwards, and by that, like coming out of the side, is a small lone tree. It's old and weathered. Yeah, a tree.
Out of the tower.
Oh wait, tree.
Coming out of the a tree. It's coming out of the tower directly. Yeah, like, and you're not sure if it's out of a window or just growing on the side.
Okay.
And up the front entrance, there's like these gates which do not have any lock. They're just a decorative gate and an archway, and then like these long stone steps that go very high up before they get to the entrance. So anybody could see you like going up.
Yes,
There are people passing by
So
around.
that's a terrible way to go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Around the side,
Yeah.
you manage to find that there's like a small garden and some other doors that lead inwards, all of them locked, but all of them present. And you see like windows above, a trellis leading up to some of them. You could definitely
trellis,
break your
you
way
say?
in. The question is, can you break your way in without being seen?
Well, you want to
Totes. Let's
do it? Let's do
put
it.
this pass without a trace to the test, yo.
I'm pretty acrobatic if you want me to try to climb up.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay. Cool. Can I borrow
cruise,
your?
And you will just kind of whoop, and you can.
Should I take your thieves' tools just in case the window's locked?
Yeah.
Okay,
Here's the
cool.
kit. Have fun.
Okay.
Knock yourself
Cool.
out.
This is just a bobby pin.
26 for stealth.
Don't question the wisdom.
And you want me to roll
The ways
acrobatics,
of
right?
thieves are
Arno?
inscrutable.
Yeah,
Sure.
roll acrobatics since you're climbing.
Awesome. 21 for acrobatics.
Okay, cool. I was going to give you advantage, but you don't need it. You get up there, no problem, really quick.
Lickety
And
split.
sorry, what was the stealth again?
26.
Yeah, you're completely like untraceable because it was that with pass without trace.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you're just like nobody notices this at all. People are all around, and you like look around really briefly once you get up there and press yourself into the window frame, which is like a giant stone castle style window frame. So it's like sunken in, nice little hidey cove. Everybody's talking to each other. Nobody's doing anything. There's still no guards around, and nobody's looking your way.
Is the house
Okay.
quiet or like active?
Adri probably listens in to the window before entering. So listening in the window, you don't hear immediate movement. But when you push it open or pull it open, I suppose, Jim made it open a little bit. It's not locked. It's just latched. And squeeze your way in. You listen again, and you're in a dimly lit, candled room with like a wardrobe and some furniture and some like not furniture, but like other dressers and things like that. So I guess furniture, but not sitting furniture. This looks like a storage closet or something like that. And you do hear like footsteps above. There's somebody home.
Okay. I'm gonna motion to the others to come up.
Okay.
You guys can all take acrobatics with advantage. I'm just going to use her stealth for yours because she's looking out and she's like telling you to pause and move when it's time. The trellis is overflowing with vines and other like leaves and stuff, so you can kind of hide if you're still behind those, even as you're climbing.
With advantage, my acrobatics is 11.
With advantage, my
First one was a 2.
I got a 1 and a 4, and I have a plus 2.
Okay, so
6.
the 11 will make it just barely because it is a trellis. It's not that hard to climb.
Sure.
But
don't know why
a 6
I can't
is
roll
not going to do it.
Yeah.
Zinorn is just having trouble climbing this thing. I think he's worn out from...
It's my gloves. I'm not getting any good grip, you know. I'm just sliding right off, you know.
Yeah, you're too used to the watery conditions.
Yeah.
Let
Let me see if I have tools that might help me.
You could risk going up again, but like you'd have to do it slower and more carefully, which would actually risk being seen.
Yeah.
Or maybe like breaking something like that.
I have.
I can hang back and you guys can go and I can keep watch outside. That's actually not a bad idea anyway.
I could also give you guidance. Hold on a sec.
We could also potentially just go down and open a door for you.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you
That
find
works
the
too.
servant's entrance, yes. Otherwise, no. Also, we could investigate that tree tower business.
Also, I'm gonna let them know that I heard somebody upstairs.
Sounds good.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay down here. So.
Cool. So are
We'll
you
see
guys
if we-
going to search the bottom, or this middle floor? It's not even the bottom floor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you find like searching around here as quietly as possible. You guys manage to like find normal resident stuff. You don't find anything down here. I don't know if any of you want to venture downward, but you guys continue hearing footsteps upstairs. They're soft. They're not like urgent. They're not aware of anything, and you're not sure all the ways downstairs, but you find at least 2 staircases pretty quickly.
And we don't hear anything from down, just from up.
Not from down, yeah.
All right, so maybe down and open a door is the
Try
way to
going
go.
down, opening a window or a
Yeah,
door.
let's do that.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's
cool.
do it together
You
too.
guys cautiously. Do you leave anybody on the middle floor?
No.
Okay.
I
You
guess
guys
not.
proceed downwards to the main
Get
floor.
grabbed.
This is the ground floor, but it is not the entrance floor. You guys found the entrance on the middle floor earlier, because there's those giant stairs leading upwards. The
Yeah.
ground floor is actually mostly like secure. If you guys actually look around, you find mostly there's a lot of servants' quarters, there's servants' facilities, there's kitchens, there's laundry and stuff like that. And all of these rooms have ways in and out, but they're tightly secured. Those doors that you guys found outside without the trellis are all like locked in 2 different levels. Like there's an airlock system of doors, and you guys actually don't stumble upon, but you do hear some movement down here as you're exploring in the kitchens. And there's clearly some servants about, but they're staying in the kitchens mostly. Couldn't hear it upstairs. It's well insulated.
Ooh.
A chimney goes through all 3 levels. You saw it upstairs in one of the living rooms.
Should we try
It's on
to
fireplace, but it came from below.
unlock a door for Zinhorn?
I think so.
Yeah.
No,
I
You
did.
don't need to, too. Like,
No,
I'm
sure.
here keeping a lookout.
No, we
Huh.
should get one in here together.
It's also I did borrow your thieves' tools for the window in case it was there.
Yeah.
So
You
I'm
did.
gonna see if I can. I mean, are they bolts or like actual locks?
You should be able to do it from the inside, fine.
Right, yeah.
Because the servants need to get out.
Exactly.
I would hope
Right.
that's how it works, yeah.
It's fire code.
Yeah, exactly. They are definitely unlatchable from the inside. You don't need a key to do it from the inside, and that's partially because there is a padlock on each one that is currently unlocked because there are servants active in the building.
Cool.
Zinhorn, why don't you give me a perception check while you're outside, real quick?
Absolutely. Math. 24.
Casual.
Sorry, 1 sec.
Yeah, the thing I'm good at, I roll well. That's like not helpful. Yeah, 24.
See a red-tailed hawk 3 miles that way.
I can tell
24
the
is
sun
really
coming
good.
up in the east today.
So wise.
And that's why you have rangers, to tell you where the sun is.
It doesn't actually come up in the east in this plane, though.
That's why I said it.
Where does it come from? The north? Is that right?
It spins this way. No, south. I had to fucking do the fucking axis shit.
Ha 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 ha.
We're in the southern hemisphere, and by that I mean eastern hemisphere.
Zinhorn, you're like looking around this area where the trellis and the window are, and you see, like, going up as you're trying to find a way to climb up it more easily. You see that there's actually this strange, like, these threads on one side, and they look almost like spider threads, but they're like actually fine silver when you pick at one of them. And they're all like coiled up on the corner and broken. They none of them are like stretched across anything, but they don't look like they belong here. They don't look like part of the actual trellis work, and you're not exactly sure why they're there. But right then the door, like, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, both doors open, and you like see your friends inside.
Can I tell where these threads go?
You can tell that they're attached to the wall of the actual mansion rather than the other side of the trellis. So you don't know where they go necessarily, but they're like attached close
I
to
know they go
the
up to the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. They're not like wires that extend upwards through a series of pulleys or anything. It's just
Yeah.
like the threads by themselves, broken.
Oh, and they're broken. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not stretched across anything. It looks like they're coiled up like they were.
All right, I point that out to the gang, and then I guess I pop inside.
You guys continue to hear like the servants working around down here. You actually alarmingly hear one leave the kitchen and walk somewhere farther away, but nothing towards you.
Okay. If we were a murderer, where would we
Seems like all the
hide our
living quarters are
evidence?
upstairs, where somebody's home.
Which makes sense.
Hmm.
Probably have to eventually go up there.
Yeah.
Can't avoid it forever.
Should we try to be sneaky or just be like, hey?
We still have the decoys.
Yeah,
So the middle floor, you guys searched it pretty thoroughly. So you could use decoys, but it did have 2 or 3 ways up. It had those 2 staircases, and it also you.
Please say a
now-
dumbwaiter.
Yeah, exactly. You now
Yes.
see the servant come out from like a door, and once again, luckily, not notice you. You guys don't think you should press your luck further, and you see like in there is a laundry room, and yeah, you think of a dumbwaiter.
Okay, guys. Should
do
we
it.
split up?
Nah,
Or should we
dumbwaiter.
just climb the dumbwaiter?
Dumbwaiter
And that
was
was
way too
your-
awesome.
That was your disguise on the boat, right? A dumb waiter?
Eh.
You guys can definitely.
I used to write the comic section.
I see why you left.
Yeah, we can believe it.
You guys can definitely like make your way down towards there. The kitchen doors are open, and there's tons of servants in there. You can hear them talking and moving
In the laundry
around.
room?
Yeah, no, they're near, like on the way to the laundry room, or
What
you
is
could
this,
try to
a
find
late
your way
night
around.
laundry party?
It depends how long you
Yes.
want to stay. You try to make your way around this section if you want to try to find a safer way to the dumbwaiter, but there's no guarantee you won't run into more servants.
Well, potentially, wouldn't the dumbwaiter also have a hatch on the middle floor?
Probably.
So we could go look for it there. We know about where.
You're not sure. You didn't find any bedrooms on the middle floor, so
Oh,
maybe,
okay.
but maybe not.
Okay.
People do pass down other things for cleaning, like tablecloths.
I think it's.
Let's just get in and go. Just, I don't know. Pick
All right.
a floor.
If you guys
Just feel like
wanna
an elevator,
past
just
the
hit 'em all.
kitchens, you guys can take stealth checks. It's just that you do have a plus 10, but it's going to be disadvantaged because you're walking past an open door with a bunch of people. You are extra sneaky right now. It might
Sure.
work.
Yeah,
Let's,
want to take stealth?
let's do it. Why not?
Group stealth check
With disadvantage, you said?
with disadvantage.
Nat 20.
Disadvantage.
Oh, crap.
Ah, I had a nat 20 and then a 4.
I got a nat 20 and 11.
Mine's a 3 plus whatever the pass without trace gives.
Plus 10.
All right, so mine's a 13.
Mine's a 13 plus 10, 23 plus 5, 28.
Lily, do you want me to
Okay.
roll for you? We're doing stealth.
So, Nini, what was your lower one? It was 27, you said?
I rolled a nat 20 and then I rolled a 13. So
Nice.
plus 10 plus another 5 for my normal stealth bonus. So 28.
Cool. 28's definitely good. Sorry, what was yours, Bobby?
13.
13.
I have no idea where. There it is.
Are you rolling for Lily?
Yes, what do I add? 9 plus 10, 19.
19. Okay, good. That actually means you guys pass,
Nice.
which is good because it's not that low DC. You guys like literally just tiptoe past this thing Scooby-Doo style, like no assistance, no
Nice.
no clever workaround, just right past it. You're all somewhat like shadowy and translucent, and you seem to blend into the background better than you should. And you make your way to this dumbwaiter. This laundry room does have a dumbwaiter. You're right. This gaudy of a house and a modern house at that would not be without one. And yeah, it has a rope going upwards. You guys climb in and start climbing, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys can take your time with this. You don't need to make an athletics check unless you want to rush. I don't know if there's any reason you should rush.
How long does pass without trace last?
An hour.
Okay, then there's probably no reason to rush.
I believe. I should double check that.
What if they want to do laundry, though?
I'm pretty sure.
More
it's not.
laundry.
More laundry.
More
Yeah, you guys are at risk of getting hit by rogue laundry.
Oh, my 30. Oh.
Okay,
Full
so
Metal's
I guess
underwear.
I don't think we need to rush.
Okay. So you guys got into the dumbwaiter. You guys,
Yes, I figured.
you guys snuck past it, Scooby-Doo style. Nobody noticed you, and you got into the dumbwaiter.
Yes.
Those were
Taking
cool.
your time climbing up it because it is not urgent at the moment.
Okay.
And that way you guys don't need to make checks and fall down to the basement. You do see that this dumbwaiter goes down as well.
Yay.
You are in the first floor, not the basement.
Okay.
And going upwards, you are like going hand over hand, really slowly, making sure everybody's fine. I think you might even tie. You guys probably don't want to tie yourselves together. Actually, that makes it hard to get out.
Yes.
Seems unnecessary.
That's like a
yeah.
recipe for me to get
Also, I
strangled.
don't think I have rope,
Alright.
so it's not.
Yeah,
happening.
whatever. Forget rope. As you guys are about halfway up, are you going up to the top floor or the middle floor?
We said the top floor was where we heard the footsteps, and that's also where the living quarters are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when
Right.
you get to about the middle floor, you do see that there is a like latched panel, but it's from the outside. You there's no handle on the inside. But it is clearly a one level for this dumbwaiter. And you hear this banging on the door.
Our door?
On the front door. No, not your door, sorry, on the front door. You
Oh,
guys are
God.
near the front of the building and
Oh,
you hear
sorry.
this banging.
Let's
And
wait.
start hearing footsteps as they go down the stairs.
Great. When we think they've gone far enough away, we can poop.
Keep on going up. Oh, you're gonna open the hatch?
Yeah, right?
Oh wait, don't we want to go to top floor? This is the middle floor, right?
This is the middle floor.
Oh,
confused.
shoot. Yeah, let's
Well, if they're gonna be off. Wait, what floor are they leaving from?
They're leaving from the top floor, going down
Then
the
we
stairs.
should go to the top floor while they're gone.
Yeah, let's go to the top floor.
Cool.
Yeah, we're all on we agree. We're all on the same page.
You guys head up to the top floor like a little tiny bit faster now. Still don't need to make a check. And there's another dumbwaiter panel, but this one's like slightly ajar because it's used more often and it's a little bit lazily used. So you managed to open it no problem. There's nothing stopping it. And you clamber out into this grand bedchamber. This is clearly the master bedroom. There's a giant, enormous circular bed in the middle. Everything is like painted gold and silver and black. It's very gaudy. There's jewelry all over the place. This is like a prime place for robbing.
For what? For what?
His bedspread is
Robbing.
bedazzled.
Yeah, his bedspread is bedazzled.
Is it by Christian Dior?
There you go, man. There you go.
I forgot about Christian Dior.
Yeah, he actually has a little like floating gem that is uncut on all sides except for the bottom. So it has like the pointed part of a normal like gemstone cut, but the top is just completely like rough and dull and opaque, and it looks really cool because there's light shining from below it, and it's just hovering in midair and floating. And that's signed by Christian Dior.
Wow, that's how you know they close.
Yeah, not signed, but like etched. The pedestal, not the gem. And yeah, this is very clearly Fometal's room. You actually see like these paintings of him on the wall in a few different spots. Multiple of them in the bedroom.
Okay.
Tall, upstanding droman, his long hair sleek back, like down, like it's down to like mid back. It's pretty long, and he wears like these very stylish suits, as I said, made of leather.
Does he have the one that's like it's like the 4 panels of the same picture with different colors?
And he's like in different poses. One's from the back, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he had it stylized.
I'm
This
definitely
is, yeah.
looking
modern
at some
art.
Final Fantasy posters right now. Got it. Cool.
Um,
Final Fantasy 8000. Yep. Okay, here we
You
go.
guys don't hear anybody else up here. You do hear talking down below.
Evidence. We're looking for evidence. Something would tie him to the murder.
Let's go searching.
So, I mean, what do we think that, do we remember what Mozart sold him? Scrolls.
Yes, Scrolls, Nimblewright, and Locklocker were all purchased by Fometal.
So potentially some evidence of those things might still be here.
Does he have a desk in here, or does he have a separate office?
There's no desk in the bedroom. He must have a separate office because he's a businessman. He has
I
to
do
have
want to look around for like a wall safe.
a wall safe. Give me a perception check.
Or is it
No, I'll give you a
Investigation?
perception check. Or investigation.
Well, it doesn't matter because I rolled a fucking 2. But my investigation is +4.
Does he
Yes.
have a family crest or symbol?
Yeah, he does. The Ingwain family goes back a long time,
How would you describe it?
but it was like a Dro noble family that caused a lot of problems in the Empire back in the day.
I thought he was a member of the Alchemist family.
He does have a crest, but it is not the old crest. He's fashioned a new crest that has to do with his current business. So it has like a splendid glass tower, like upheld in these dark drow hands. It is the new crest of
Cool.
of
Got it.
his. Yeah.
Can I look through? Is there like a bedside table or wardrobes? Can I see if there's any like secret compartments?
You can look around and you find that there are like not secret compartments, but there are plenty of places there to store things.
Can I
And
make an investigation check?
yeah, sure. You don't. It's not even necessary on this one. I hope you rolled well because
I did.
cool. Wasted that one. Sorry.
Yep.
It really doesn't matter. You don't find anything all that suspicious in his wardrobe. Like you search very thoroughly. You knock on wood. You make sure there's no hollow spaces. It's not like a place with secret compartments.
This jacket is a knockoff.
Yeah. Like you find all these very fancy branded things as well as some cheaper ones that can pass off as fancier ones.
God,
This
Tommy
guy's
Ross.
very much about appearances, as you can see, and
Sure.
Hey,
and
looks
yeah,
better.
like the back of the wardrobe has a glass panel with the exact same crest on it, the glass city, or the glass tower, I mean, with the hands underneath it.
Yeah.
And you even wrap on that a little bit, and no, there's nothing behind it. It's solid wood.
Okay.
Can't push aside the wardrobe. There's not much in here. If you want to look for a writing desk, you guys can leave the bedroom, but there's definitely nothing in
Yeah.
here. Like, it's all the walls.
I'm gonna
It
like
seems-
listen at the door before we go out. All that.
yeah.
Yeah, but a writing desk or some kind of office in general is a good idea.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Or a library.
The library.
Yeah, so there is actually a library up here.
Okay.
You find both an office and a library. Since you guys are trying to search this fast, I assume you don't stay completely together, and nobody's up here right now.
I'm gonna
That's
go to
fine.
the library.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you guys find a library and an office, both with desks.
Office.
Nemia is in the office searching all
Ow.
his notes, all of his business dealings. He doesn't keep the main business stuff here. It's not like there's ledgers, but there are like requests, letters to other guild masters, formal like fancy things, invitations, all kinds of stuff like that.
Is there a secret compartment underneath a false floor in one of his drawers?
Give me an investigation check. Wow, Zinhorn observes the library. Or was it Adri who talked about libraries?
I go to the library for sure.
Okay,
23.
They can come with me if they want to.
I'm assuming.
I will go to the library with Zinhorn.
I'll stay in the office with Nemia then.
Cool.
23.
23 in the for investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the library, you see that there's all these different books, all these fancy, like fashioned vellum, like hardcovers
Like
of
first
ancient
editions
tales.
kind of folios.
Yeah, 100%. Some of these are really old. Some of these are like passed down through the ages, even by Elven standards. And there's histories here, there's tales here, there's mythologies. And there are some strange things. Actually, why don't you give me an investigation check too?
Me?
Everybody in that room, and
This is the library, right?
The library, right? All
Sure.
right. So mine is I can't roll.
Got a plus
13.
10, so I got a 10. Sorry,
Okay.
we're not good at rolling, Brandon.
I'm great rolling. I got 23.
you guys find all this like ancient history of excuse me. Sorry about that.
The ancient
You
history.
find a lot
it's
of
very,
ancient history of like Drow people. And involved in that is some magical nonsense and some stuff about the origins of these creator races and stuff that you guys might know about personally, but your characters don't really know much about. But it seems like more mythology to you.
Okay.
There's not too much of
but is that his like hobby? Like he's really into
he's into research, he's into history, yeah.
and like mythology specifically. I wonder.
Yeah, and he has a lot of stuff on Drow, which is strange because as you've seen, he's sort of like takes that away from his public image. At
Right.
least.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But behind the scenes, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Notably, you find a recollection of his creation of the modern house, where he like actually has this story written down of how he left one of the old cities and came here to reforge their identity in the modern world, and made this giant glass tower image to represent his estate as he wants to see it, like when his children one day inherit it. He doesn't have any children, as far as you know.
All right, interesting.
But it also doesn't currently look like that, right? This is still like an aspirational mansion tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be careful throwing stones.
Yeah. And that's all you really find from it so far.
Okay.
It looks like he still has a ways to go to get there, but he's very ambitious. In the library, you actually no, that's all you find in the library. In his escritorio, you find not a secret compartment, but more notes. You can't find any secret anything in this place. It seems like it's really locked up tight. But you do find like records of his dealings with some other guilds. And you can see that he's kind of working this complex network with multiple other guild masters in the area. He's trying to get a handle on the glass blowing for any industrial purpose. His whole thing is that he's not ever trying to touch Adrian's business and
Not
his
decorative glassworks, right?
Yeah, not his decorative glassworks. In fact, like you find receipts from Adrian's business where he's bought Adrian's pieces, very expensive ones for his home. And he's sort of trying to keep it separate and just address the industrial end, the common use end, everything like that. With a 23 investigation, what you do find is there's all these references that you keep on seeing to the new project, but you can't really get a grip on what the new project is. You just find him talking about it a lot to a few different guilds.
So, like, development date?
There's no specific development date. There's delivery dates. And you think it's weird because at first you just see like the project mentioned here and there, but then it becomes clear that the project is a mass shipment of something. And you would expect him to install anything that is shipped in parts. You'd expect this industrial kind of work to be like ready-made for anybody, if not, like his expertise offered. And it's very clear that that's not included. They just want these shipments. They're being delivered to various locations in the city. There's all these different addresses that are around the pike, around the bridges, in the common areas of the city, the marketplace, not in the hills. And it looks like at first it's just thousands of items, but then you find on one reference that those aren't items, those are shipments. There's thousands of shipments of crates containing these projects.
Okay.
Alright.
And it's something he's made.
He's made it, yeah. It's some glassware, but you can't see anything what it is. There's no.
But because it's from his guild, it's assumed that it's utilitarian glassware and not
Industrial
decorative.
nature, right?
Yeah. You notice multiple guilds buying this from him, but all of the
Which guilds?
seems the same. You see, like the guilds for fishing and fishing and fishmongering, like not just fishing but also selling of fish. They work at the docks. Some of the bridge workers and repairers guild. None of the like standard builders guilds, but a lot of the new builders guild that have kind of come up in the modern. Sorry, my roommate partner is jumping and hitting something on the ceiling, which I imagine is a spider.
Yay, you didn't get saved by you.
Save the spiders.
Yeah, so like all these new construction guilds are purchasing these things,
if it's
including
lamps?
notably the tunnelers,
No,
sappers,
I'm serious. Like,
and
what if it's lamps? Like,
What if he's trying to electrify the city?
Really great Fresnel lenses for like diffusing light.
It could be. It really could be.
give me you're not there. Sorry.
I'm there.
It totally could be lamps. You don't
I'm
know.
just saying.
Adri would also get to do an investigation roll, so give me that investigation roll in case
Yay!
23.
That's not good. It's an 8 plus like nothing because in is low.
You can't find out anything about what objects they are, and you're kind of rushing. It's not like you're
But it doesn't. It seems out of character because he's not like billing himself for like his expertise. He's just shipping it.
just shipping. Well, he's making it.
He's
So-
making it and shipping it, right? But it's not like
No labor.
right. There's no installation or
In
anything.
fact, you notice that he's not even paying for the shipments.
Just paying for the shipments.
You don't know. It's not recorded. Like, it's not just that they're paying him back for the shipments. The shipments are being handled by them.
Okay.
The correspondence on all of these is the same. All these different guilds. Notably, you see one of these guilds included is that new guild, the Tunnelers, Sappers, and Pillar Makers Guild.
who the lady who got killed was from.
Yep.
I think it was Adrian Cornett.
You think he's selling it to Adrian Cornett, you mean?
No, I think that he's the one who did all the murders, and he set it up so that we think it's this guy, so that we take out his competition. But he's not really.
But he's not competing with him.
Yeah.
He said he was. To us. Maybe he wants to expand into industrial glassmaking.
Maybe, but why would he tell us that he's
He just hates Drow.
competition if he's trying to get rid
Put
of
us
him?
off
He
the
wouldn't want
sentence.
that.
Pin it on this guy.
We must dig deeper.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably can't hide the fact that it's the competition, right? Like,
Right.
lying about that would be more suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to keep investigating?
I think so.
Can you describe
Is
again
there-
what Adrian Cornett looks like? I don't remember.
He's a like mid-height kind of large man. He's human. He has graying, blackish brown hair, like it's very dark
Would you
brown.
describe him as a male human with a brown hair and beard who's a little bit unassuming and all those
Yeah,
things?
like he's a little bit bigger.
Check out who took
Oh, no,
notes.
wait. That's my description of the guy who died.
That's the dead dude.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, this guy is not super flashy, actually. Adrian Cornett, when you guys saw him, was not like super like. He didn't have anything really fancy on. He had a normal business attire. He was even in a little bit of party wear, like he was wearing a hat. And his hair's just combed back. It's not like it's not done up fancy. He wears that really fancy monocle piece. That's the one distinct feature that he had. But that was sort of him showing off for this party.
Yeah, he told us that Full Metal was taking over his business deals and pushing him out of being the leader of the Glassblowing Society. So even if they're not directly competing for customers, they're still competing for clout within the industry.
What about the Thieves Guild?
Probably competing for members in their guild, too.
well, what about the Thieves Guild?
Like, we uncovered, like, we figured out a bunch of suspicious shit about Nivik. Is his name anywhere in these papers?
That's true.
No
yeah.
trace of anybody named
Are
Nivik.
there any addresses that match known locations for
Should
Avery
we-
on, like, safe houses for Thieves Guild?
Yeah, would I know anything about that, or would I?
I feel like you'd know a lot of the locations, and if any of the
Yeah.
addresses seem to match,
Yeah.
you'd be able to figure that out, but I don't know.
I'm gonna say you would know anything about that, and none of these do match that. You would actually.
Okay.
Recognize, I mean,
I
you
think
don't
the Thieves
necessarily
Guild-
know everyone, but you would
Should we-
know some for sure.
Should we go talk to Nivik? I mean, my contact is more of a literal get out of jail free card, so I don't think he's going to be helpful. But we could go talk to
You could
Nivik.
try to work that. It's not strictly get out of jail free. That's just the most likely way they're willing to help you.
Okay.
I think he's probably working more closely with Adrian.
Yeah.
While you guys are considering this, you guys start to hear some noises down below, and Adri, actually, you hear in your ear once again. The voice pipes up. Hello. Is it a good time?
But I'm hearing things downstairs also, right?
Yeah, there's like a little bit of not commotion, but like raised voices.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Raised
whisper.
voices.
Like, do I hear the same thing voice downstairs?
No, not the same voice. Sorry, I see what you mean. No,
You
it's
should
not
be
the
like,
same.
quiet, my cat is sleeping.
It's coming from inside the house. No, it's not. She's like, she says, so, any other news tonight? Anything going on? I'm sorry to hang up on you earlier. It was just, had to deal with something down here. Pike's a busy place.
Now's not the best time. Can I call you back in like a few minutes?
Oh, well, I mean, like, sorry, are you at a party? I didn't know. Where are you at?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
my
pause.
friend's house party, bye.
Yeah, it's my
Done.
friend's house party.
Done.
I mean, like,
Sure.
you can stop talking to her anytime, but unless you take it off, she can talk to you.
Okay. I'm up in the fancy place for a party.
Oh, fancy place, huh? Up in the hills, yeah. I've heard there's a lot of good parties going on there.
You can describe Christian Dior's party since you were already there. You know details of it if you want to describe a place where you're not.
Well, that was up in the airship.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
I think I heard you say earlier. Didn't you say you know Nemia? I don't know many people named Nemia. I have a friend named Nemia, though.
You do?
Yeah, my friend Nemia. Is that who you're with?
How do you know her?
Oh, we met at a party. She's She's a friend of mine. We're not close, but
These
but
not details are like the most political thing.
She's a friend of mine. I know nothing about her.
we've met. We're familiar. Listen, I'm sure you're having great fun at the party. I've heard that there's one over at Fomet Ingvane's house. I've heard it's really, really hot.
Really, really hot, you say?
Yeah, getting hotter by the minute.
Okay,
you say it's
thank
about
you.
to
I appreciate
get
that.
hot
I think it's about to explode, in fact.
around
Guys,
5:00
let's go.
past the hour?
Yeah, it's sounding that way. Anyway, I hope to talk to you soon. It's been great. You might not hear from me from a while. I hope you'll understand.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to tell everyone we should get out.
Yeah, you actually hear
Helpful
like a
contact.
crinkling crash on the thing as she says that. Sounds to you like she might have smashed her end of it.
Okay.
And,
Jesus.
and
Snap.
before you guys even have a chance to discuss this with each other, you guys all heard this over her. Like you were all like gathering close, unless any of you were listening to what was happening downstairs.
I'm not in the room with them, so I think Corin
Okay,
and I
you're-
would probably have been listening to downstairs.
You're just heading out towards so you can eavesdrop downstairs. Cool. You
Well,
are going
I'm saying,
to hear.
No, I'm saying Nemia and Adri
Yeah.
were in the office, and me and Corin
They're
were
in
in
the
there,
library.
so I don't even think we have the tip that something's going
Right. Sorry,
down.
you're right. My bad.
So we
yeah.
probably would have been listening to whatever's happening downstairs, but I don't know how muffled it was from where we were in the library, like if we would need to get closer to here.
You might have. I mean, you could hear him before. Now you hear him louder, so you might have decided to go over there, or you might have just kept on searching the library.
We can listen closer, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, Corin,
You
what do
guys-
you feel like you want to do?
Yeah, no, I agree. If we would have looked at the library, found nothing. I think if we'd heard something, we would have, investigated that
agree.
because we are breaking and entering.
Yeah.
Same.
So you guys could get a little bit closer and listen without getting too close.
Cool.
Okay.
I think I take your meaning. And you can hear downstairs the loud voices, not shouting, but like stern. And you can hear like one man say to another, like I don't deal with you, and that's final. I've told you before. Don't come back. And
Interesting.
the other voice is way too quiet to hear. He's just talking back very calmly. And you can hear him kind of trying to persuade this guy, but you can't hear what's being said. And the man says, "I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You're no longer welcome here. I thought we could get along and maybe prevent some of our past problems, but I see now that that's going to be impossible. Do not get out. I'm going to have to call the guards." And a second passes, and you don't hear much. And then you just hear a little bit more urgently, "Really, you must leave. Get away from me. Stop!" And then you just hear a sickening, squelching sound and a thud.
We'd better go.
Did I
We'd better
fail
go
to
check.
prevent a murder? I feel really guilty now.
We'd better go look at that.
We should go downstairs.
All of you guys hear the sudden shouting within the room, and then a door open and shut. No, not open, actually. It was probably already open.
So the front door, do we think?
Yeah.
Is that the front door we think we hear?
Sounds like it could be the front door.
Okay, let's jump out a window.
Or let's not and wait till they leave so they don't see us leaving too and then try to kill us for witnessing.
I want to know who it was.
No, I think don't
Yeah.
go. Are we assuming that someone just left and is running and we have to chase them?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
That's what
okay, I see.
That's what how I parsed that.
I
Yeah,
was confused. Great. Yes, let's do
I mean,
that.
do we want to just run down the stairs rather than jump out a window?
sure.
Yeah, I
You guys run downstairs,
Same
jump out a window.
Break your
Fairly
leg.
important.
I'm going out the window.
If
I'm
I
going out the
lean
window.
over the railing to look down to the stairs, do I see
I guess it's a
anybody
window.
there? I have dark vision.
The window is barred from the inside.
Never mind.
From the inside, it is like fastened from this end. You could totally take off the bar, but it is not.
Is the window facing out front towards the like?
No, not here. It's facing on a corner, but this particular window does not face forward. You guys saw from the outside of the front. The front was meant to be imposing. There was a big central window that was in one of the main chambers, not the hallway itself, but off the hallway, like a weird upstairs kind of sitting room. Actually, at the top of the stairs, but there was no other windows on the top floor on the front of the building. right there. The windows are all on the side of the building from the top floor.
If I look down the staircase next to me, if I was listening in the hallway, do I see anybody else on the stairs?
Nobody on the stairs, but the stairs kind of like go down away from the front door, and you hear that door slamming and hear like commotion down farther. You guys have limited time before servants notice. They might just think that it's nothing going on unless they're called, and they might want to stay out of it. But
let
eventually
them
somebody will come
decide
up.
if you want to run down the stairs or try to go out.
Maybe we should go downstairs so we can confirm who died.
Yeah, I think
Let's
so.
do that.
And
Does
maybe
anybody
save
jump out
them
the
and they didn't
window?
actually
No.
die.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Nobody
Nobody
jumping
jumps out a
the
window.
No one jumps out the window.
Okay, cool. You guys all run downstairs. At
We're
the
going to
bottom-
regret that, aren't we?
Yeah, we totally are.
At the bottom, you guys see that there is a just giant bloody corpse right in the middle. Blood is all over, and it's very recent, obviously. There's still blood coming out of these wounds, and this man, this drow man in that leather suit with it gashed open in the front, just all the way across his chest, is still like...
Can I do a medicine check?
Is he alive?
Can I do a medicine check?
Spare
Yeah,
the
can you
dying. Spare
stabilize
the
him?
dying. Spare the dying.
Spare the dying?
Yes.
Good call.
In his state, I'm still going to need you to make a roll.
Let me look up how the spell works.
Ensnaring strike. I'm just kidding. That's not helpful. Fog cloud.
Yeah, you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable.
Really?
So you want me to make a roll for something?
It's just, so, if it doesn't have a roll involved, then no worries.
No, yeah, it just stabilizes someone who's bleeding out.
Yeah.
And then, after having done that, like I don't know if round by round matters right now, how this stuff's going on, but after having done that, I'll cast Healing Word. So it turns out I did have a healing spell, sorry Alex. But I will cast Healing Word to bring him back above 0 hit points and conscious again.
Okay, yeah. So you first spare the dying very quickly, and he immediately... but he's completely out. And then once you use Healing Word, you see his flesh start to mend back together. But you see this oily, slick substance all across it, and he sort of like, and he's like choking out these screams,
Ooh.
and not immediately, but soon after, like falls back unconscious. Something is still affecting him.
Oh shit! All right.
While that's
I gotta roll
happening,
it.
can I poke my head out front to see if I can see the dude running away?
Yeah. And yeah, he rolled a 7, which he might have a bonus, but that's not going to be enough. So he's failing on this, whatever poison isn't on this thing.
Okay.
Can I do a
Can
medicine?
I make a?
Can I do a medicine
Yeah.
check?
Do it. Do a medicine check.
This guy is editorializing.
What does it say?
Non-natural 20 for
Saved by the gold barrel.
perception to see if I saw the dude running away.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
looked out
natural.
she looked out the front door and wants to see if she can see the dude running away, and I want to see if I can do a medicine check. Is that allowed?
No.
You open the front door, and you don't need to perception or anything. You look out, and you're looking back and forth, head just peering out the door. And for a second, you see nothing. But then in the distance, you see this tall man waving, and there are guards outside. They weren't here before. They're not tons of them, but there's many more than you would expect, more than you've even seen the rest of the party and the rest of the city so far, patrolling around out here. And he's waving to some of them.
He's flagging them down.
He's
We got to get this guy
flagging them down.
conscious, so that he can claim that
Yeah.
clarify that we didn't do it. So
Gotta.
And he turns towards you guys and points towards the building.
I try to
And it's an elven man with a hawk mask pulled
Oh,
aside.
really? A hawk mask.
bastard.
Yeah, clearly a hawk-faced mask pulled to one side as he's screaming at the guards, and then he just keeps on running.
They just let him go.
They just let him go.
What?
Cops.
It seems like the people he talked to might have even known him actually. Even your brief vision of this.
Okay.
You inside, you
Can I
did
do
a
a
medicine
medicine check
check,
now?
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
cool. Yeah. Sorry, I'm afraid.
I wanted you guys to know that you were on a timer.
yes.
22.
22. You very quickly look at him. You scoop him up in a vial, and then you look at it, and you take a little risk. You stick it in your mouth and lick the actual poison.
Yeah.
You're not sure what it is completely, but it is obviously working quick, and it is obviously something that is not going to just put him out. It's going to kill this guy.
Can I?
You feel it burning on your tongue, and you actually feel this little sore develop immediately upon putting this tiny amount.
Can I? Oh, I have a scroll to detect magic. Can I see if what's happening is magical?
Wait. Let's just wipe the stuff off him, right? We can
Yeah.
see this poison on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's a venom. It was like slashed into him on the wound.
Oh.
But if it's still there and there's like an oily residue on top, yeah, I can like, grab a curtain from the room and like try to pat it off.
You can try to
Try to
pack
like
it
rinse
and,
the
like-
wound too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do both of those things.
Yeah, guards are approaching this place fast though, so you guys are doing
Whatever, I
a
don't
really
want
quick
to
job.
die.
Are you going to leave
Fuck
him,
it.
or are you going to wrap him and leave him, or try to take him with you?
Well, I'm
Take
not,
him with
I'm-
us.
okay, I don't know. Everybody can else decide. I don't have plans to leave this guy.
Yeah, wait, were we
I
planning
also
to like,
wasn't-
leave? Or
Then
try to
let's stay.
talk our way out of this?
I'm
Probably gonna get
try
arrested.
to
It's
get
fine.
out of it.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Water.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're going to splash water all over the wound, rinse that out.
Oh, well, I'm
And-
gonna pat it dry first with the curtain. I'm gonna pull a curtain down from somewhere in the room. This guy totally has fancy plushy curtains. I'm gonna pull one down, pat the wound to get the oil off, and then put that in a pile somewhere, and then you can put water on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Do we have anything else that can give
Irrigate that shit.
HP?
Huh.
No, you guys are doing as best you can with limited time and supplies, to be honest. Like,
I can like, well,
you're pretty proud of your work, barring healing magic, and as you've seen, like just healing him isn't going to do it. He needs restoration. I don't know if you even have that spell.
I don't have that spell, no.
Good.
So, I mean, do we want to grab him and run with him, or do we want to stay here and wait for the guards?
I mean, I guess stay.
He needs a cleric, so we
Yeah.
need to get like we a real cleric, not like a high level cleric. So we need to either get him somewhere or get someone to get help.
Yeah.
Guards will definitely heal him, obviously, but it sounds like you guys want information out of him.
I'm gonna run to the front door and open it up wide and shout out and be like, "We need a cleric. We need restoration. We need a cleric. Please
They
help."
all immediately are sprinting towards you. Before they were like setting up perimeters and like looking around, and they're just now running towards the front door. You hear them yell like "Get them! There they are! They're still in the house!"
Okay. Sir, we don't have a weapon
Did
that
this
is
bitch
responsible
not
for this.
care that I
Trying
said
to
we
help
need a
them?
cleric?
Don't have any evidence or cause to arrest us.
They do not look like they are going to be amenable. They are running towards you still. They're not at you yet, but they do not look like they are in a mood to listen at all.
All right, fuck them.
Like
You
to see
do
my
have
lawyer?
to the other guards, but that's supposed to be under the, like, you know, that's supposed to be undercover. You're not supposed to be spreading the word of that. So it'd be risky to do so. Do you actually want to try to talk them down?
I do. I want to cast Sanctuary on myself,
Good call.
and then just like walk out front
All right, cleric.
Go. You go.
and tell them, "You've been misled. We are not responsible for this murder. This man needs a cleric immediately. A high-level cleric. Please send someone to the Temple of Joaquin. I'm a cleric of Joaquin. They will recognize my name. Have them send a healer."
Temple of Joaquin. We're sending him to the temple of anyone else right now. We've been told that there's illicit dealings going on, that there is bad nature attacks. He's like shaking as he's holding his spear. They're like afraid of you guys. They're not advancing though. They're like down at the base of the steps.
Bring a different cleric.
I want to try to persuade that another temple is fine. Anyone with healing magic has been poisoned by a venom that I can't identify. The person in the mask who directed you to us ran out of the building right after slashing this man. He's dying. Please send someone to get a high-level cleric. Not high, you know what I mean. Yeah, I wouldn't say high level, but send someone to get a powerful cleric.
One of them
right.
turns to the other and says like, "Don't mistake his gold tongue for anything but silver."
The persuasion is 18, though it sounds like they're not really inclined to be persuaded by me right now.
They're not, and I was going to give him advantage for that, but he got an nat 20 on the first one.
God damn it.
And like they say, like, you want to prove some goodwill, then stop holding him hostage. Just give him to us. We'll bring him to the temple.
Come in.
course,
Come
take
get him.
him, you
Take him right
assholes.
now.
No, we're not going anywhere near you. You bring him down
All
the
right,
steps.
I'll
Sure,
like
sure,
wave Zinhun and Nemia to bring him out.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah,
Whoever's there, yeah.
I'll let them do it.
Yeah, you guys start dragging him down, and they're like, "Stop right there!" Halfway down the steps, and they go up and grab him. Like you can see them talking to each other before this happens. They look like they're going to come and arrest you. I don't know what you guys want to do. It's not like they're not being subtle at all. They want to arrest you guys. They don't want to talk.
I mean, we're not going to fight them, so
Yeah, I mean, so once the body's out, what do they do?
Yeah, once you guys hand them the bodies, immediately they like one of them grabs the body and starts hauling it down, and the other ones just immediately try to seize you too, and grab onto you, bringing you downwards if you don't resist.
Sure.
The rest of you are all of you down there, or are the rest of you at the top of the stairs?
I was at the top of the
I was
stairs,
down
but
there.
I'll come down. If I see them grabbing them, I will come down.
So
and
technically,
stand up.
they need to make a wisdom saving throw before they can attack me, because that's the sanctuary spell.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could I could stall them here while they're trying to do that, and you guys could run, or we could all go quietly.
I'm not gonna resist.
I'm okay with going quietly.
Yeah.
When they come
Alright,
up
fair
to
enough.
Corin, whatever you want to do, they do like sort of approach you, and then one of them is like, "It's a cleric. He could be telling the truth. He's a cleric, a Joaquin."
I'll put my hands out. No, nothing. I will drop the sanctuary spell. Say, we are happy to come quietly and cooperate. We've been investigating a murder. We are not murderers. We did not murder this man. We are happy to submit to any truth spell. Well, maybe I shouldn't volunteer Adrian for that, but we are happy to cooperate.
They look at you and they say, "Well, if you're cooperating, I suppose you can go on your own. Just stay between us, okay?"
Of course.
And yeah, they.
I'll wave everyone else down too.
You guys are beginning to be walked down the hill. As you guys see, like the city before you, you see that there are guards all over the place with dancing light spells surrounding them. Like a minor cantrip is easy to stick on a scroll or an item or a wand or something, and that's what they do in these situations. It's the equivalent of sirens, of course, and you see those dotted across the entire city. People are looking out. It's clear that somebody has like informed them of some of these problems, because they're looking all over the place for whoever's responsible.
The
And
guy
as
in
they,
the hawk mask. Fucking.
but one of them like jabs you with the spear butt when you say that. Keep quiet. Save it for the interrogation.
Good, I will.
Why didn't you guys take the witness that identified us? Probably would have been a good call to take him too for questioning.
Smack, smack.
Just saying, you guys wouldn't last a day in the bullpen. Ow!
And they bring you guys down to City Hall again, where you're walked into the doors. You see right there in the halls, there's some of the people that were there before, some of the workers, and you actually look around and see the worker who helped you earlier tonight just like kind of sink into her seat while she like.
Poor woman. She did not need to get dragged into this.
Yeah,
No.
she's not happy about it. And you guys get brought straight backwards and then downstairs, down some more stairs, and into the dungeons.
Yay, done.
Are there any
Oh.
dragons?
There are no dragons. This is
Damn.
a dragonless dungeon, thank God.
City's named after a dragon.
Yeah, city is, but she left.
But she left.
Did she? Is she behind this?
There were more stairs that went down. You haven't gone down those ones yet.
As far as you know, she left.
And yeah, they toss you all into separate cells. You're within earshot of each other, but you can't all see each other. Some of you can see some of each other.
What's up,
Sure.
friends? This could have gone better.
Hey,
It could not have
Zinhorn,
gone better. The guards are idiots. It's not my fault.
I'm gonna see if a message can be passed down to Zinhorn and be like, hey, can you maybe talk to some rats and see if you can send one of them to. Oh wait, you probably can't talk to animals.
Not.
How would I typically get in contact with my contact when I'm in jail?
Normally, you wouldn't be brought down this low.
Oh,
Normally,
fun.
you got brought down for some petty stuff because you usually aren't dealing with something so important as murder. And you would be in an upper level where there would be more prisoners, and there's an entire network. There's an entire system within those prison networks to get things to people.
I wish your
Well-
contact hadn't smashed your seashell.
Yeah,
You
be
know,
like,
that-
hi. Maybe
Yeah,
I
you're-
can write a note and see if Zinhorn can tie it to a rat who can bring it to him. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be a better way. You could even bring it up to somebody in this facility, but on a different level.
Sure, that works too.
To be left, and then they could get it through the ways.
Don't we get a
Okay.
phone call?
No.
They have a network of petty thieves who constantly, purposely get caught on rotation. That way, they have an outgoing prisoner every day.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Cool.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, there's
You love,
not prison
you love to see it.
So I'm gonna write a note and see if Zinhorn can get it up to someone.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll try.
You guys, there are guards down here, but they're not they're not like constantly watching you or anything like that. They're at the doorways. They're once in a while patrolling in. While you're trying to get this note around and passing it between yourselves subtly, using string and maybe some cantrips, you do
mage hand.
Yeah, exactly. You do manage to get the note to her. To Zinhorn, so that Zinhorn can pass it along. Yep. But in that time, multiple guards come down and patrol, and you hear a couple of them talking, and notably you hear them talking about the case as though you're not there, and you're wondering why for a bit. But then you hear one of them say, it doesn't even matter. We're just going to leave them here till they rot. We're not going to hold a trial for these guys. We're going to gather every witness we can. We're going to find every bit of evidence, and we're going to put them under.
Sorry, could I have your badge ID and get that on record?
Shut up! He like rattles the cages, and then he like looks inside and he's like, people like you going around causing mayhem on a night like this, we're gonna have to deal with it for weeks. And then he actually holds up his hand and a little flame appears there, and he says, "Trust me, you won't want me to visit again."
Oh yes, threatening the prisoner. This isn't the first time they've hung an obstruction jacket on me. I'll get out. I'll write about this. You'll hear about this.
The only thing you'll write about is the amount of days you've been down here, you murdering scum. But don't worry, it won't be long.
Oh, I could turn this into a novel. That's good. Thank you. You're right. I'll credit you.
They like kind of ignore you but pass on and glare. You hear them talking to the guard actually when they're outside, like the permanent guard. You do manage to eventually get hold of a small animal, a mouse or something, and it can bring the message. But you guys it goes off and you're just waiting for hours at this point.
Yep.
Good.
Doing
Good.
the best, man.
Damn it.
Guys, I think
Final call for tomorrow's.
Not like
Very
overnight,
well.
like
You can-
an hour and a half or two. It's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You think? Sorry, what were you saying, Nicole?
Oh, nothing.
What
I
were you
was saying, turns out you can lose D&D.
Well, no. With this, as you guys are kind of giving up and you're starting to realize that you're going to be in here stuck, you guys see outside a change of the guard happens, and like
The changing of the guard.
new guys in, and then after a few minutes, the door opens, and that guard walks in, and looks at all of you, and says, "Well, you're in luck. Something's going on here.
Great.
We decided it's easier to let you go than it is to kill you." Adri, you know that your boss. Sorry, what's their name? Speaker. Grog, something like that.
Grog the calm speaker.
Grog.
That's something the calm speaker. Let me check.
She's a half orc, like mob boss in the Thieves Guild that runs a lot of these little petty people. She's a manager, and she is not kind about this kind of thing. She generally does not just let people off the hook. She's not about you getting caught. The whole point of the Thieves Guild is not to get caught and your liability. She gets people out when it's necessary, but more often she'll extort the people themselves to stay in, or even kill people when they're inside.
Sure.
We'll get you out in time. You just wait your turn. Like whatever you got caught is whatever you deserve. But this guy's looking at you all like really measuredly, and he's saying, "Turns out this is causing turmoil within the guild, and, well, some higher levels have gotten wind of it. They think you're on the right end of it. We don't know who all you are, and we're not sure, but we know that anything's better than this deal completely falling apart, because we need this. Whatever's happening, it wasn't us. We're not sure who it is."
Same, bitch. I've been yelling that to you for hours.
I wouldn't yell that too loud, because that makes you marginally less useful to us. But orders are orders. And he starts unlocking the gates.
Okay.
This is going to cause its own problems, so don't think you get a second chance. If you get caught, you're not going anywhere. You won't make it to a cell. And you'd best hope that the ones who catch you aren't willing to listen to whatever it is you say. But right now it would just make us look more guilty, so come on. Out you go. Here you go, robes. He gives you a bunch of like workers' outfits.
Nice of him.
And Adri. This contact's burnt.
Yeah.
You're down a few ranks after this. Time to start from the beginning.
What are you gonna
Right.
do? Take away our thieves' tools?
Yeah, you'll still have those, but just, you won't get as many good jobs, and I'm sure you've been getting good jobs so far, right? Anyway, there's people who'd kill to get a fresh start like you, so don't be grumbling about it.
Well,
He goes a different way to you than you guys, and then points you down the hallway with your like cashier's robes and stuff like that.
Cool.
As he does this, guards pass directly by him and like head towards not towards your cell, towards a different part of the cells, a different part of the prison.
Well, do you think Fomat survived?
Probably not. You guys are dumb.
They'll let us talk to him?
yeah. Should we go check some?
You guys going to try to find public records on his medical history?
No, actually, this might be a good place to call in my contact. The people, I know they were sort of, they probably didn't actually take him to the Temple of Joaquin, but, you know, the higher ups in the temple may know where he wound up and what his condition is.
True.
All right.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Unless someone else has something else to do, why don't we start with going to the Temple of Joaquin?
Okay,
Sounds
cool.
good.
So you guys managed to get out of here just fine. Like this is a well-organized extraction. They think this guy was a guard. They think you're currently being guarded. And the reason that you know, Adri, that your contact is burnt is because now he's having to burn parts of his fake identities. Like this thing that cost money and sacrifice for the
It
guild.
took time for him to get here.
Yeah, like it's not that it was easy. It's that they had this set up for this kind of situation.
Yeah.
And you guys managed to just basically walk out the front door. As you head down towards the docks again, which is where the Temple of Joaquin is, the main temple is a big lighthouse that's actually I think I described it earlier. It's a big like Colossus of Rhodes kind of thing. And it's like a giant towering statue of a person made of gold. And it is of not Joaquin in this case. It's actually just some foreign lord. You're not sure exactly who. It might have been an ancient lord of the past. This temple was not built for the Temple of... this building was not built for the Temple of Joaquin. The Temple of Joaquin bought it and then refurbished it after it was like,
As you
you know,
do.
Classic.
yeah, it was grimy and run down, and they rebuilt certain parts. So they left it of its original visage because it's a keystone of Jezero. Kitty cat. Hello, Kitty.
Oh,
Kitty. Kitty wants
She
to bite
goes to bite you.
Look how much she wants to be on my shoulder, even though she
Look how
wants to bite me.
sweet she is.
Yeah, right?
So cute.
She's such a sweetie pie. And you guys walk in through the little toe, which is where the common clerics and lower level workers come in from. It's sort of like a servant's door. You're allowed to bring guests here. This is not a restricted area. But it is not a public area either. So you're immediately greeted by a bunch of Joaquinese clerics. I don't know if Joaquinese is the right... Joaquini?
Joaquine.
The Joaquine. Yeah, there you go. You're meant by a
Hey, I'm
little-
walking it.
yeah, an entourage of the Joaquine. Urgent to greet you. They're like, welcome to the temple. Her golden favor may smile upon you. Do you have your taxes today?
Yes. Thank you. They were delicious.
Tithes are not an option here. Every job that any cleric does at the Joaquin Temple is on commission. So they expect you to bring a part of your cut, you know, you owe them money. Obviously this deal fell through.
Yeah, I don't have any money. I just got out of jail. I will explain that to them diplomatically.
Yeah, you can.
Fortunately, things have gone a bit south. I need to tap into our information network a bit, actually.
I'll
I'll be able to dig my way out of this, I promise.
No problem, of course. Who's your contact here?
I'm sorry?
Who's your contact?
Don't remember. It just says Temple of Joaquin, I think.
Oh, you're famous, Mom.
Lily says hi, and so does Brando.
Hi.
Sorry, what's the name again?
It doesn't have a name written down. It just says Temple of Joaquin.
Oh, does it not? One sec. Let me check yours. Maybe I didn't give you one. That's stupid. I thought I did.
Oh, so Brando heads up 5 minutes.
Yep. I am aware. Sorry.
No, you're chill. Just wanted to make sure you knew.
Gleena Thistle Tithe, banker priest of Joaquin, is the banker
Okay.
sworn as an agent for the meeting. Good relationship with the temple. help Corin. She will help Corin however she can. Sorry, I don't know if I actually put that in the version I sent. The agent at the base directs you to a booth and is like, right this way. You'll wait in our holy patience booth. No one can disturb you here. Don't worry. And then, cat, don't bite me. Just be still and happy. No. And she directs you all to wait in this covered area. It's sort of like a confession booth, but instead of a grate
Screen.
between the places, it just has a locked door from the inside, so you guys can wait. Minutes later, down comes Glena. She is. Did I say gnome?
I don't know what you said, to be honest.
It's a gnome. Glena Thistletype sounds like a gnome.
Yeah.
A short gnome comes down, dressed in these deep purple and gold robes, looks very royal and official. She's one of the as I said, banker priests, and she's full access to any money vault, to any archive, anything like that. Corin.
Hey, Glena. It's I need some help.
Are they talking about you?
Afraid so. Well, I don't quite know what they're saying, but probably.
What the hell happened? I've been deflecting for hours.
We stumbled onto a body, and things got weird. We are now, as near as I can tell, suspects in a murder which we did not commit, which is why I'm here. The victim is... God, I forgot his name again.
Full metal.
The full metal.
Full Metal, thank you, yeah.
What's his status? Is he dead?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The
Yeah,
head of the
yeah,
new
yeah.
glass...
Yeah,
the head
yeah.
of the new glassmakers guild.
He's dead. Of course he is.
Fuck.
He is dead.
What happened?
He died.
Yeah, he was
attacked.
assassinated.
Oh,
This
she
isn't
said he's
you.
dead, or is she repeating that we said he's dead?
Yeah,
No.
no, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
No, we were in his house, which I admit is not helpful, but he was accosted by someone on the first floor of his home and attacked. We ran down and saw the person fleeing. It was someone wearing a hawk mask. But he sent the guards on us, and we got blamed for it. We tried to keep him alive. There was some poison in the wound.
Yeah, I
Couldn't save him.
no, they couldn't either. They tried bringing him to a cleric, and they got ambushed on the way.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, really? I wonder by who. It couldn't have been somebody
Shocking.
that hot guy mentioned it to. Weird.
Look, I don't know any of you, but I don't think it's any of you.
Has anyone tried to speak with his spirit?
No, they're keeping it on lock. I'm sure they have, but they're not revealing what they found.
Well, then we're in a big problem here.
Yeah.
Do you know where? Maybe we could get to him.
No, what happened to your job?
It went south.
Well, we found the first dead body.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't lead with that. The
Dead body.
one party to the agreement was the first body we found.
Really,
Yes.
that was the first. That was the cover up. They haven't revealed that really publicly. They've said somebody died, but they haven't told who.
That's who
Oh.
it was.
Technically, 2 people died on that boat.
Right,
Maybe.
and a random Thieves Guild guard.
We were starting to wonder if there was something else going on.
Seems there is.
Well, what do you know about it? What happened with the deal? Where was the money? Who showed up? You guys just found the empty bag.
All the notes if you
I
want.
don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember this information.
Yeah, here's
so.
Slide
Stack
my
of notes,
fucking
yep.
pamphlet.
Some of it you weren't even here for, Bobby. Sorry. my
Right,
bad.
that's why I don't remember it.
Yeah. Yeah. You show her
The whole
everything you have.
bound thing.
Can we
And-
give her just a rundown?
Yeah. She starts looking at. She's like, I don't understand this. It was going to be good for everyone. There's no one this wasn't good for. It was good for the Thieves Guild. It was good for Adrian. It was good for them.
It was Mudzark. It was bad for his business.
Mudzark's fine. He doesn't need anything.
Shit.
It's practically wild anyway. I don't know why they let him in the city.
Not like
Because he's entertaining.
Rough.
Strong feelings.
Yeah, well, it's mostly because they can't catch him, and I guess we helped.
Yeah.
That. Not my division. Why would anybody want this? They killed Fomet, but Fomet didn't stand to lose anything from it.
We did find some interesting, something while we were committing crimes in Fomet's house. He had some massive shipments of glass going out. More than we would expect to, many different guilds. So
Where were they going? To all
Is
the
he
guilds?
building lamps?
part of this looks like turf war between him and Adrian, but
He invent bifocals.
that doesn't explain all of it enough.
You didn't take those records, did you?
I don't think we thought to.
No.
There was a murder, we
At
got
the
distracted.
house.
Fuck.
What
Oh
did
no, I would have taken notes on
Yeah,
it.
you would have taken notes,
took
100%.
notes.
You had like exact
Stealing.
addresses.
Like, I literally took notes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we weren't
yeah.
committing crimes, so no, we did not steal things.
But did you take notes of the locations?
Yes.
Yeah, you can show those to him. He's asking like, did you take records? Do we have any record of these places?
Oh, I see the question now.
And
I mean, I
and
wrote down like the actual like location, like the guilds that we're buying. So I assume my character wrote down their addresses as well.
you pass over those notes to him, and he's like looking, and he's like getting everything together, looking at all these, and he's like, but those would hurt. Why would he go after him? They're in different businesses. All these people work with Adrian. They all have negotiations with Adrian.
Well, Adrian didn't like Fomet. I don't know. Maybe
But
he's talking
they-
to his wife.
No, but that's an interesting point. Like, why would they be receiving shipments from Fomet if they have deals with Adrian already? I know they do different types of glassware, but
Is he trying to bribe them or give them gifts to curry favor?
They agreed to stay out of all these of each other's dealings. That one was to handle industry, one was to handle specialty. They didn't want to encroach on each other. Adrian didn't have the money to expand into the factories. He could only do things on a small scale. He's expert at what he does, but he handles much of the business himself.
is this a
Chief Randall?
takeover attempt by Adrian?
You gotta go, Nini.
I'm gonna go. I'm leaving my character to Lily.
Sure, yeah.
She's pretty spent on everything, so yeah,
That's at the very end.
it's okay.
Bye-bye.
Fill her in, no worries.
Now that the factories are established, maybe this
Read
is a
the book.
takeover?
Well, he's not gonna have any money to buy them though.
Maybe there's a
This
does
deal
Fomet have a
was for him to
deputy?
get the money. He was going to make his money on this deal. He could have something going forward. He could expand for himself. He was supposed to get thousands of gold for this access. I mean, you were there, Corin. Did you see any of the meeting? It was not just for the allowance of the Thieves Guild. It was to make his boat a permanent meeting place.
I personally wasn't there. Did I see any of the meeting?
All
I
right,
don't
this is
remember.
me trying to do exposition so that you can go along. My bad. Yes, you totally saw. You didn't see that at all, but you were all going to a meeting that was for something like that.
Right, but we saw none of it.
Yeah.
Okay. No, we didn't see anything by the time we got there.
Yeah.
Body, empty bags,
Yep.
nothing.
And I don't know why the Thieves Guild would care to do anything like this. Nivik sent you just to make this work, didn't
Yeah,
he?
I mean, if anything.
One of theirs was killed.
Yeah,
This may not be
yeah,
their.
one of the other members was killed.
They may not be voluntary participants in this.
Maybe it's another member of the Glassboro Society that just wanted room.
I mean, it could be, right? It could be a deputy of Fomet that's,
Nivik handled everything. He handled the guards. He sent your agent. He sent the protection. He had everything set up.
Maybe we talk to Nivik then.
Well, good luck with that. He comes to us.
Well, true.
I'm going to. No, sorry, my sister left. Damn it, I'm flustered. My sister left, and Nivik is not my sister's boss. Adrian's
Okay.
boss is not Nivik. She never
Right,
had a
right.
contact through Nivik, and she was
Gotcha.
not.
That's right. We
Yeah,
talked about that
it's
last time.
whatever the half orc Grundin the something
Mhm.
that's her boss.
Yeah,
And Nivik is a different chapter head.
yeah.
Right. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Maybe Nivik did scuttle the whole thing. What could he have gotten out of that?
I don't know.
It seems
What
like it was
do you-
going to be good for them, though, so that doesn't. Yeah.
Maybe you can find out what these things are. I don't know. It might change the story if we know what they're shipping.
Yeah, we could look
It's
into
got to
that.
be something glass, right?
We would think, but
And something
knows?
industrial.
If we could just go to one of these guild houses and fucking open their crates.
Was
Oh, let's do that.
was the Crier's Guild on that ship list?
It was not.
It was not.
But yeah, we could just break into a guild house. Why not?
All these guilds work either near the docks or underground. None of them work on the rooftops. The roofers are off. The criers are off. The house builders aren't even here. The Wellers are.
The Wellers, all right.
Water?
Yeah.
What's that have to do with water? It's glass. Is it a purifying system? Did he invent Brita?
I don't know.
What about Nemia? What about your friend? You say you may know the Thomas who's on the other end of that earpiece.
I know a Thomas.
Do we want to
You could try to find Thomas.
try to run that down? They seem involved somehow. They tipped us about Fomet's house.
They did.
Yeah?
Yeah, talk to Thomas, the guy you know.
Okay. I
do
doubt
we
he's
do?
working at 2 a.m., but okay.
You got the shell taken, confiscated by the guards.
They probably smashed their other end of it anyway, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, has my editor got my, package yet?
What was the package?
It was just all the notes up until before we left for Fomet's house.
He could if it's been a few hours. But it's a party night. You're not sure if people are really up to speed on the mail.
Just
Your
appears.
editor undoubtedly knows what you're doing. Like, you told them where... Oh, no, you didn't, did you? Did you tell them
Yeah,
where
I
you
did.
were? Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you send them a previous
Yeah,
package
you
or something?
sent him.
Yeah,
all
we
the
talked
information
before
and you were
already.
like, I'm following this still.
Yeah.
Okay.
In case I
Yeah.
die, here's all my notes.
Yeah, so your editor knows that you're involved in this.
Yeah.
Yes.
That you're
And he
invested.
knows that it was unfolding.
Yeah. And those people came back on the earpiece pretty conveniently to help you out. Or at least to warn you.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
didn't really end up helping you out.
No, but it's fine. Let's just break into the fishmonger house and
I
look for
agree.
crates.
All right, let's do it.
Let's add a third B&E tonight.
You can probably pay off somebody down there. There's a lot of poor folk in there, and we usually just get into warehouses and stuff to...
Did we get our money back when we got out of jail?
Who fucking knows?
I gave all my money
No,
to
you're out
Mozart
money.
anyway, so
Yeah, you have no money.
To Mozart?
Like King Mozart.
I thought you say Mozart. Alright. Yeah, fishmonger. I have money. I have Electrum still. So,
Mozart, the little man with the goblin mask.
Alright.
let's do it.
Yep.
Cool. You guys head back door. Well, no, you're at the docks pretty much. You're at.
I think that
land.
Mozart already knows the answer, we just didn't ask him. Mozart knows everything.
You guys walk towards the Fishmongers Guild, and you see that it is like a dockside shack kind of thing. It's not a shack; it's big, and it's not in disrepair or anything like that. But it is a like wooden sort of. I don't know what the word for that
Structure
is.
is weather beaten.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Those things that are on docks. It's a pretty big one. It has a bunch of different connected buildings. A bunch of them have nets and tackle and bait shops around them. Tons of supply storages and stuff. Members of the guild are allowed to like borrow supplies as long as they take the like value at cost out of their return whenever they can. And there are plenty of people still walking around down here. People are like getting things ready for the next day. For the
Hey
most
guys, I have a note that I just read that might be relevant.
Oh, yeah?
Remember that half orc?
Yeah.
He said that he saw the victim a couple days before when a ship arrived and she met with people, and that might have been a shipment. I don't know.
You know,
Maybe she was working with Fomet? I have no fucking clue.
I have no idea. Cool. Yep, Fishmongers Guild. We're here. We're looking for the thing.
Yeah, numerous supply sheds all over the place.
Great.
They don't seem well guarded because people go in and out of them, but they are well traveled.
Well,
Let's look for his fucking glass stamp. The tower.
Oh, you want to
Maybe,
look for steel?
maybe he just really obviously marks his shipments.
I mean, they probably do, right? You throw everything in a warehouse, you want to know what's in what box. I'm sure they're labeled somehow. We might have to like spend some time wandering through there.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I think borrowing another idea. Let's do that. Let's just scan the warehouse.
Give me a quick investigation as a group, and also a quick stealth as a group.
Not 20.
So,
18 for investigation, but 7 for stealth.
24 for investigation, 16 for stealth.
Okay, you guys have okay stealth. You're gonna do just fine while you get inside of there and look around, and you do hear criers yelling about, especially around here, because I should mention, the ship you guys started on, the party, is in sight. It's visible because you guys are down at the docks on the fishing area, and it's a very large ship, so you guys can see there's police all over there, or guards all over there, police, and they are like. There's criers shouting out all your guys' like general descriptions. They don't have your exact identities because they hadn't come down to interrogate you yet.
Okay.
But they're generally looking for you. You guys get in and look around, and you find that in this warehouse there are just like fishing supplies, boat repair supplies, little.
To be expected.
Closets. Can I start opening closets and going
Yeah,
in
you
there?
start ripping open closets. You're finding more, just more supplies that are for fishing, dried fish themselves that they're hanging in certain
Packing
areas
salt,
that are like
yeah.
refrigerated. Yeah, there's like an ice box, and you don't find too much. But as you're like looking around, you find that there's an area in the back of this warehouse, and on the ground there are these scraping marks that go back and forth across it, with a big imprint where there's no dust of anything. There's just a large crate-sized area.
Trapdoor.
Not a trap door. It's just there's no trap door, secret wall, or anything like that. But looking around the area, you find one more thing, which is a crushed cylindrical piece of glass that's collapsed in a few sections. Looks like it fell out of a crate at some point. It's not completely shattered. It's mostly cracked in like 3 or 4 pieces, but there are a few shards all over the place.
It's a cylinder?
It's a cylinder. It's open on both ends,
Shattered glass
Like a
cylinder.
tube.
like a tube.
What could a glass tube be fucking useful for? Are they just literally water glasses?
They don't have a
Is that why
bottom.
everybody needs them?
Also,
He
is it
did
larger?
make glasses.
It's larger, right? Like it's.
I figured it out.
It's larger, yeah, like maybe 6 inches, 5 inches
In diameter.
wide. Yeah, diameter. And it does, in fact, have a symbol on it of a glass tower.
All right, so this is the thing, and what's so great about it? I don't know if it would be more obvious if it was not broken. I feel like it wouldn't. I feel like it would be just as confusing.
Maybe there's something in there.
That could be.
And they broke
But we
it
need to
open
find
and
a-
left
a-
the glass on the floor.
Well, I
I mean,
broke it to
someone
get
could-
it out, right?
Yeah.
But then why would they leave the glass here?
Lazy.
It's possible. Glass is dangerous.
Somebody walks in, and seemingly just like whistling goes to get some supplies and then looks at all you.
Yeah, what's up?
At least we're not suspicious.
Hey, do you know what was in here?
Are you all part of the Fisherman's Guild?
Not technically.
Or at all.
Well, technically is what matters.
It's really
And-
complicated. There's a lot of paperwork involved. We're allowed to be here. What was in here?
You're not stealing, are you?
No, I
No.
don't want any
No.
of your fish.
But perhaps you could
Does this look like the
for us.
crew you would bring to steal things?
And how do I know you're not stealing?
Do we have anything on us?
We have
Search
nothing
me.
in our
Literally
pockets. Yes.
search me if
Empty
you
our
want.
We
pockets.
didn't even bring a wagon.
The guards took all of it already.
Worst thieves in the world.
He kind of like looks at your outturned pockets and doesn't look like you brought me a present.
Here, you can have this gem.
I am so sick of everyone in the city wanting a fucking bribe.
I had 2 gems. I gave one to the violinist. He can have the other one. It's a 10 gold piece valued gem. Here you go.
Looks at it. All right. So long as you don't take anything. What
right,
were you
alright.
asking
What
before?
was in this?
What was in what?
This glass, what's it for?
Not sure. The guildmasters put it there.
You ever heard them talking about it at all? What they're using it for?
No. I don't know if you understand the rules around here. It's take what you need, don't poke around.
My job is poking around, so.
If your job is poking around, it's not a great place for you.
What is-
We're expected to know how to do our jobs before we arrive at the warehouse. You don't look for what... It's not here to browse through.
Alright, can you point us to the guildmaster?
Just sign it out. Like, point you towards the guildmaster. No, thank you, I can't. And you won't
Great,
be
so I
mentioning
just
his
gave
name
you
either.
that, and you gave me nothing. Would you like me to become a thief? I'll steal it back from your ass.
Excuse me.
Like,
if you want to
just
know
help
about
me.
the glass is just there. The guildmasters just need it. They leave it here. They take it down below later.
Down below where?
Below the docks.
Below the... I asked what it was for. Below the
I don't
docks,
know
let's
what
go.
it's for. I didn't know what it was for. I'm answering your questions. Now, begone with you. I'm not dealing with you anymore.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
don't
I'm
think about
begone.
things.
I'm
You're a
begone.
terrible
I'm
wanderer.
gone. Alright, I begone myself.
Like fish mongrel.
You guys go outside and peer around. There's still nobody paying attention.
Okay.
You guys look like below a dock, and it's obviously doesn't mean like the pier part of the dock itself, like the outward stretching part. It's just water. Towards
Well,
the
the
docks.
construct went underwater, so maybe there's like a secret Daily headquarters.
Yeah, at the base of the docks. It's not a secret style headquarters. It's just you see some people like shipping barrels up and down some underground area to some sort of basement level. This is like where the rocks go down, so it's clearly that they're going down below sea level or water level, lake level. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Go down there.
Yep. I'll follow you.
Yep.
Just gonna kind of casually stroll down into it when there's nobody looking.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need one more stealth check, and then I can put like done for those for the night.
15 for me.
20.
8.
And Nini roll a 17, so you guys are good. You guys group stealth down below, and you're kind of like hovering around down when you get down there. It's dimly lit. There's candles everywhere. It's like dirt tunnels reinforced with wood and stone on the side of the lake, and it's all damp down here. Everything's damp. You can see people trotting back and forth, but they're dressed all kinds of ways. Nobody's dressed officially down here. People go back and forth for their own purposes. You can see that at some points, these like little tunnels actually let out into like these strange little water walk areas that go directly into boat holds. And you see people going in and out of boat holds down here.
Do we see any glass?
You don't
Yeah, are
see
they
any
carrying
glass
things
here.
in and out?
You don't see any glass here. You can go farther in. Nobody's like trying to stop you.
Yeah, alright, keep going.
As you guys
Keep
proceed,
poking.
you continue to see more offshoots of these tunnels. You can't explore all of them by any means. A lot of them go deeper into the city and start going farther down underground. But by the docks, they seem to keep on going and let out every few hundred feet. As you're going down along the docks, it's less frequent that they do this. I mean, it seems like they're concentrated, understandably, at the guild. But as you're going down, you get to some darker tunnels and some shadier ways, and you stop seeing as many people go down. And eventually, going along the docks, you find yourself at a locked door, just a heavy locked door made of
Thieves'
iron and wood.
Thieves'
Yeah, you look
tools.
around and nobody's around at the moment, so you manage to take a few minutes and break into that. It's hard to break into. It's not easy, but no lock lurkers come out or anything.
Okay.
Fourth B&E.
Yeah, and you feel this thing unlock. You look around at this door. It's heavy and unguarded and locked, and there are no markings of who owns it or what it belongs to down here.
Okay.
It's unlocked but not open. You're gonna have to pull it open like loudly and heavily, and you're not sure what's on the other side.
That's fine.
Let's just do it.
Yeah. A grating sound goes as you drag it backwards, and as it gets more open, you start to be able to peer inside, and there's lights down a long, narrow tunnel. And then you hear like a snapping sound as something flies from across the entrance.
I have dark vision. Can I see what it was?
Some kind of thread
Thread. More like the thread I saw at his house.
at Fomet's house, yeah.
Cool.
Similar.
So the thread snap or it just like
Snaps.
whiz past?
You guys open the door.
Okay. It's like a detection thing.
You would imagine. Actually, just give me a Arcana check, all of you. Enough of you are sleuths that you'd probably know about this.
7.
10.
17.
17. You do recognize this thing. It is the trigger for an alarm spell. You wouldn't necessarily have noticed it downstairs, and Xenahorn's the one who saw it. They can make them out of all kinds of things. This one is much thicker and much more obvious. You've triggered an alarm somewhere. You're not sure if it's ahead or behind.
Sigh.
Okay.
That's fine.
But these lights flickering, you guys rush down this narrow hallway. And do you close the door behind you?
Yes.
Cool. You clang it shut again, and as you go down this area, you don't see any doors out any direction. There are no side tunnels to this part. It's just a hallway.
Great.
And it is getting a little bit deeper as well. And then it takes a sharp turn suddenly towards the water,
Okay.
and it just goes into the water. And here you see these iron chambers. The actual tunnel is reinforced with iron on the outside as it goes down and out. And along the side of the wall, you see these tubes made of glass just spanned along this area and heading into the side of the wall, into these tunnels. And where it seems to follow the tunnel line.
How big are the tubes?
5-6 inches.
Like 6
solid
inches.
glass.
Mm.
And then there's another door with a like round porthole kind of gate. Or latch or lock.
Let's do it.
Open it.
We can only go forward, right?
This thing is actually like grinding against the iron of this area very slowly. You look at the cracks and you can see that there's water around,
Yeah.
just hovering suspended by some sort of
Do
magic.
they like worship a fish god that eats glass? Is that where we're going?
Wow, that sounds cool. I want to make that. No. And yeah, you like yank at this thing. It's a strain to open it. But you do manage to get it open. Are you guys hurrying, or are you kind of taking your time with everything?
Say relatively hurry.
I would say hurry. We know when alarm set off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if we
Yeah,
set off
exactly.
any more alarms. They know we're here.
Yeah. You yank this thing open. You turn the porthole, and this like gate just swings outwards into you. You hear these like clanking noises as it does so. It seems like it unsealed first. And you look inside this thing with the water around you starting to drizzle down the side now that this thing is open, and one of the seals is broken. And you see inside a nice hallway with a red velvet carpet.
What?
Are we in a Bond villain lair?
Is this the room where we found the first body?
Fucking sharks going
You
overhead.
recognize this as being the same decor as where you found the first body,
Yeah.
where your meeting spot was.
So there's an underground tunnel / submarine that goes to the bowel of the ship.
Okay. So they're just bypassing customs?
You're not sure.
Maybe?
Why glass?
Can we keep following it?
Yeah, you guys can go farther in. The glass actually is in this part of the ship too, you notice now. It looks almost decorative, and it only comes out in certain areas, but it does come out in like little loops around the side of the walls so that you can see where it goes. It just goes through the ship, and you follow it down these hallways into a room where you see there's this chamber where the glass goes down into, and there's a bigger glass chamber reinforced with metal with a gate that you can unlatch. And you guys are looking at it dumbfounded for a second, and then suddenly just whoosunk, little pneumatic message.
Someone should
Through the
read it.
tube.
Oh, glass tubes to send messages with vacuum sealing.
They invented email.
Yes.
It chunks a little bit around and moves it to a different thing, and then chunk back out the same way it came, but you see it go a different direction up above.
Okay, so it's a message system.
So communications, yeah.
Yeah, communication
Interesting.
relay, yeah.
The door behind you, the porthole kind of closes on its own and seals.
So it's
Well-
a communication relay that is headquartered on the ship.
That was the thing about turning the ship into like a permanent meeting place.
Does that mean that Adrin and Fometal are working together and pretending to have a feud in public?
Well, one of them's dead now, so
And at that, actually, you guys hear a voice behind you. Well, one of them's not.
Sandra.
Hi.
Oh, yeah, Adrian Cornett. Oh, what are you gonna do? Kill me? Great.
It's actually not Adrian Cornett.
No.
Is it Fomet?
Is it the not dead lady?
There's a different man standing behind you.
Oh
A
my
man
god.
with a hawk mask.
Dude, fuck this guy. I swear
Who
to
the
God.
fuck are you? Why are you wearing that mask? Do you only do business on festival days so you can just wear that mask?
Well, I wear masks to hide myself, much like some of our friends here. He points at Adri.
That's a fairly common use of masks. Fair enough.
And he sort of
I
wipes at his
actually use it
face.
to obscure my identity.
Yeah, he wipes at his face, and like you see like these smudgy marks come off, exactly like Adri does. He has makeup on, and like he's done up to look like an elf. He is in fact a drow.
Oh,
His makeup
God.
wipes aside. Yeah, you guys actually figured out a lot of this. He wipes aside, and he like reveals what's like his true face, which is pretty unassuming, unemotional. He's just kind of staring at all you, and he says, "All of you have been a little bit of a thorn in my side this entire time."
I would like to be not a thorn anymore. Please tell me how.
Well, I will get to that. Don't worry. I think
I'm
it'll
so
play
glad.
out for all of us here. You see, Fomet was very amenable to our cause and willing to help. But there was profit to be had there. There doesn't need to be 2 glassblowers guilds in this city. There's no reason.
Okay.
Redundancy.
We took
Okay.
it
Avoid
over.
monopoly. You're gonna get jacked up on the price if there's only one.
Yeah, pretty much. We all but took it over already. But we had to take him out, make sure he didn't talk. He wasn't going to watch his empire just crumble.
Confess to murder?
Yeah, reminded that he should kill us. That's helpful.
But we had to throw off this entire thing. Nobody could know that it was us. We don't want people knowing that there's other competition to the Thieves Guild in this city. Not even the Thieves Guild is quite aware of that yet.
The fact that he's saying all this to us makes me think we're about to die.
Oh yeah, he's
but-
about to kill us. It's fine.
And he's starting to like pace towards you guys a little bit. He does have a hand on a knife like down by its side, but it's not out. And he stops though a few feet short, like 5 feet short, and he says, "But you all managed to get yourself in and out of every situation here. And you managed to find out a lot of what we were doing. You know, I was
Yeah, we're
thinking
pretty cool.
Are you
was thinking-
offering me exclusive membership?
I was thinking of just killing you all on the way. You know, it wouldn't be too hard. Just take you out along with Fomet. Had to do one ambush. But I decided I'd let you do what you would do. Either I'd get a scapegoat out of it with you in the guard, or I'd get something interesting. And personally, I like hedging my bets, don't you?
Yes.
Sure.
So what now?
So I have a proposition.
Figured you might.
You're all very useful, exceedingly so. I could just, kill you right here. It wouldn't be that hard.
Be great.
I'd like option 2, please.
I imagine you would. Why don't you come work for me?
Knew it!
We have been working for the too many worded guild, the sappers and whatnot. They're trying to start their own communication network. Adrian doesn't actually care about them. They're just one more construction company working for us. We can do something great here. The Thieves Guild is too obsessed with profit. They just steal everything they can and cover it up when they can. Your Crier's Guild, Nemia, is far too worried about the truth. When has the truth really helped this city? We have more of it than ever, and look what's happening. Nobody can eat with truth. Nobody can build houses with truth. Nobody can do anything with that.
We didn't even get let out of jail with truth.
The nobles pretend to care, while they pour money into whatever they feel like, and the commoners listen and worry when they can't do anything about it.
I see
What?
you were greatly discontent.
But with Adrian, we can do both. We can make all the money we need, and we can make this a better place. We can profit off of this. It's not hard. We just need a contender to the Thieves Guild. We need a system of subterfuge, a system of spying, a system of observing the whereabouts of everyone here. We need someone here who actually knows what's going on. This runaround you did, it was just too easy to put together. And sure, you all figured it out. Congratulations, you by and large figured it all out. But I left hints. There were breadcrumbs.
Who are you?
He's the breadcrumb man.
He's a competitor to the Thieves Guild. Needs to
I know,
contend with society.
But who are you?
I'm just one more guy who thinks that I can make a buck here. You don't really need to worry about me.
Oh my
I'm working
I'm a
with
little worried about you.
I'm working with Adrian and the Thieves Guild. He needs eyes everywhere. As long as he keeps paying me, I'm happy, and he is going to keep paying me. He has the money, and I don't ask that much. An extravagant lifestyle is flashy and draws attention.
So you are running your own,
CCTV network.
I was going to say spy operation, but yes.
Yes.
What do you need from us?
Well, we have connections here. We have agents of information
Yes.
that can go throughout the entire city, sending animal scouts. We have a reporter who knows what the highest level talks about and has access to the networks of other reporters and can actually piece together an entire story rather than individual pieces of evidence. We have a cleric with direct access to the archives and also a stake in any deal that goes down. And trust me, we might be secret, but we will need to make deals, and we will need those deals hidden. We'll need to masquerade as other guilds. We're hoping that we can get in with the sappers and completely infiltrate them. Maybe that can just be our front for the time being, but it won't last. A construction company only lasts as long as trenches are being dug, and I don't think that more than one of these things is going to do too well for the people here.
Well, I don't feel like I have a ton of options here.
Can you explain to me how this system works? Like, if I were to put a message in, how would it know where to go?
Oh, we have engineers for that. You'll have to talk to them for the exact mechanics. But pretty much, you tell us where it needs to go, and we get it there. That's all that anyone else needs to know.
Interesting. And, well, like, what's the turnaround on time? How quickly does it get there?
Oh, are you kidding? Minutes.
Minutes?
We can...
That's incredible.
The Thieves Guild is too busy building tunnels that they can run through. We're trying to prevent the running.
Does he care that I'm taking notes right now?
He glances at it a few times, but doesn't seem to note it. He does, at this point, say, now that you mentioned, like, you do know you're not going to get out of here with anything written down.
Of course not. That's just, it helps me remember.
Yeah.
You taking notes?
I'm
on
going
a
to start
criminal
doing
conspiracy?
a as photorealistic sketch as possible of this guy.
You also know that we're not expecting you to just work on the benefit of the doubt from me, right?
Well, what else do you have?
Well, you know, I'm not going to let you send notes to your boss. She'll be out of commission a while.
Who's boss?
Yours.
What? What? Out of commit? Are you what?
Adrian has many guests aboard his ship. They'll be staying there, don't worry. Well cared for, it's very nice here. I think it's about time that you guys showed some loyalty towards those who are saving your life. And he grins widely at that one.
City of Jezero in your pocket.
The same goes for the rest of you.
I'm going to address this to the Crier's Guild of Daristan. Mage hand, into the tube, gone. All of it. Including a sketch of you, motherfucker.
Are you really going to try to get it into the tube like
Yes.
just like that?
I don't care if it kills me. Truth, I'll set you free, bitch. Crier's Guild for life.
Ah, shit.
Kill me, I don't care.
So you don't know if that would work. And I don't know if that would work either.
I don't know, I'm just trying. I feel like I have to try.
I'm trying is a good call.
This is your last ditch effort?
Yep, everything I got, right in there. Send to Daristan.
Yeah, it goes in and just sits there. And he looks at it and he says, "We don't use addresses here. That's the point.
Is there a code word?
You give it to us, we get it where it needs to go. That one doesn't need to go anywhere."
Is he
Do
asking
you mind
to
sending
be
that
the
one to
US
the Crier's Guild of
Is
theirs?
he asking to be the U.S. Postal Office, or is he asking to be
The greatest evil.
They're going to make the U.S. Postal Office, which was something that that Adrian wanted to get in on because he can supply those parts instead. So he could take over this thing. He can
Okay.
be in on all of it. He can control the actual messaging,
Sure.
which puts him in on the actual operation. That's not necessarily what Nivik wants. Nivik wants something different. He wants to start this spy network.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that didn't work. Is there a window?
No,
Are
there's
we,
no
like,
window.
underwater?
You're underwater, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you're not getting off of this place, and nothing of yours is leaving.
Great.
You can be on my side and work for me, or you can prove yourself as untrustworthy as this reporter right here. In which case, you'll be having a nice long visit with your friend. Maybe we can find other collateral for that one.
Which friend?
Her boss. He's insinuating they have her boss.
Yeah.
Okay, I see now.
Well, I don't really want to end my life in a tunnel under a bunch of water.
Same.
So, I guess what is it you need?
From now? Well, funny you should say that, because I guess the outcome was going to be mostly the same in the immediate sense no matter what. Right now, we need you all to stay out of sight. Everybody needs to think that you were offed by your benefactors. We're causing a stir in the guards and the Thieves Guild. This will sour all their relationships, give us a nice opportunity to jump in.
Oft? Wait, you're faking our deaths?
Yeah, why not? Seems like something that the Thieves Guild would do.
I suppose it's better than him actually in our deaths.
Right now, everyone thinks that this was a Thieves Guild operation where they killed an innocent bystander from a different guild, and that the guards, some of them were corrupt and in on it.
Right.
You've caused a whole lot of mayhem for a lot of people already. Nobody's going to welcome you back with open arms, and nobody's going to believe anything you say anyway. So, I think you'll see my side of it.
Yeah, I feel like that's because you've made sure of that. But yeah, sure. I'll pretend to be dead for a bit if that's what's going to make you happy.
Good. Well, I look forward to working with all of you, and in the time being, welcome to Adrian's boat.
Thank you.
We'll be out at sea momentarily. You are our humble guests. And unfortunately, that's where we're going to end it. I'm sorry for a bummer ending, guys.
Well,
All good.
we tried.
We have 3 people left, and it was a weird little journey. You guys...
Started with 3 ended with 3. It's classic.
Yeah. I do want this to be said. You guys did a great job in finding out a lot of shit, and you found out the vast majority of it. And honestly, you didn't make the wrong choices at any point. You just tried really hard to do the right thing. And I wasn't completely expecting that. And sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And like I expected you to be a little bit more willing to budge on the morality, and you just weren't. And that was great. This will have implications for Jezero in the future.
Great.
We already have like ways that it's going to matter. And we'll be seeing more of that in future Azamar. I hope it's not too much of a bummer to have the good guys not win, but the good guys didn't win. Hopefully that they will be revisited in the future, and I think that we will see you guys all next time when Azamar comes back.
Woo!
Adios.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.